All the participants can share. You can share.
Okay. So, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon all. And I know you all must have had your lunch, and it's a very difficult situation that after a lunch you need to attend a session. But what I will be trying to keep it completely hands-on. And for the same reason, I requested that all the participants should be requested to attend this session along with their laptop, so that whatever we are going to do here, we'll be doing it together as much as possible. Okay. And wherever you stuck, you can ask me the things in between. No issues. It's not at all a very formal session. So I would be requesting each one of you, if you have any query, if you have any doubt in between, please do stop me there itself and ask me there itself. Okay. So we'll try to have it as much interactive as possible. Fine. So to start with the Google Suite, as suggested by the organizers, we have our own domain, AIKTC.ac.in, and Alhamdulillah, it has been provided to us by Google, and we are under the educational license. So we have this entire domain for us, and from this domain, each one of you must be having your email ID. For the example, I got an email ID hod.co@aiktc.ac.in. Likewise, if your name is say Samreen Kazi, so we have samreen.kazi@aiktc.ac.in. Then nusrat.jahan@aiktc.ac.in. Abu Sufyan.sheikh@aiktc.ac.in. Okay. Now, this email IDs, which are official email IDs, along with this email IDs, you have your Google Drive also. So your Google Drive is associated with your email ID. So what you can see over here, ये जो आप लोगों को सामने दिख रहा है, this is my drive. Fine. This is my Google Drive. Now, you need to go to only your drive once you have logged in. And what happens that if you are using any browser, for example, I am working on Google Chrome. So for Google Chrome on this browser, I have already logged in as hod.co. So I got multiple profile. I am a faculty also, and I am in charge HOD also. So with that multiple profile, I have set up my web browser, and you can also do so quite easily. आपको करना क्या है कि जैसे कि आप can you see my cursor over here? So if you see here, so this is hod.co@aiktc.ac.in. ठीक है? तो ये user से मैंने यहाँ पर login करके रखा है. Fine, and this user is syncing is on. Now what happens कि once I have logged into my browser, so whenever I use my browser, whenever I go to Gmail, it directly gets me into Gmail with this ID. Likewise, अगर मैं Google Drive open करता हूँ, it will be opening the Google Drive with this email ID. Fine. So the browser already has got the credentials. So with that credentials, the browser will give us all the services, whether it's a Google Drive, whether it's a Gmail, or whether it's Jamboard or any other thing, even Google, Google Meet and so on, Classroom also. So with those things, if I go here, so I can see that I got Gmail, I got Drive, I got Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Calendar, Chat, Meet, and so on. So many services or so many, you can say, softwares are available to us. Classroom is also there. What we'll be doing today, that how efficiently, how effectively we can make use of this services. Now for that, what I will be saying you, कि सबसे पहला काम आपको ये करना है कि आपको आपकी ड्राइव ओपन करना है. ठीक है? So all of you with me, please go to your Google Drive. And once you open your Google Drive page, you will be getting something like this. जो भी आपके recently used docs रहेंगे वो सब यहाँ पर आपको दिखेंगे और नीचे लिस्टिंग रहेंगी आपके ड्राइव में जो भी अवेलेबल डेटा है उसकी यहाँ पर लिस्टिंग होगी. ठीक है. Now what is this Google Drive? You can think of this Google Drive as a cloud provided by Google to us. ठीक है. So this is a cloud facility which we use as a storage, जो कि हम as a storage use कर सकते हैं. Fine. So this is something like an add-on storage. So apart from the storage which is available on your laptop, apart from the storage which is available on your any device, apart from that storage, this is your extended storage. Fine. And this extended storage is associated with an account. Fine. So if you got an account, say x.y@aiktc.ac.in, with that account you need to use this storage. Okay. तो जैसा आप माई ड्राइव ओपन करते हो तो माई ड्राइव पे आपको चीजें यहाँ पर दिख जाएंगी. फाइन. यहाँ पर सबसे पहला और जो इम्पोर्टेंट काम आपको करना है वो ये करना है क्या यू नीड टू कीप ऑल योर ऑफिशियल डेटा on your drive. I repeat, you should always keep all your official data on your associated drive. Associated drive mean to say कि when we are working for AIKTC, we should ensure कि AIKTC का जो भी हमारा data generate हो रहा है through us as a course owner, as a committee coordinator, as a committee controller, whatever responsibility we get from our head for all those responsibilities, whatever data we are maintaining, that data we should keep into the official account. ठीक है. अब official account पे रखने के लिए generally what we do, we create the data in the form of say Microsoft Word, in the form of Microsoft Excel, or in the form of say some presentation, and then we mail this data, then we mail these documents to the concerned people. We must avoid doing this. I repeat, we must avoid doing this. So what is the solution? What we should do? Instead of that, we should make use of the services which are freely available to us through Google. Okay. And specifically through Google Suite. Now into this Google Suite, you have all those required apps. Okay. So for Microsoft, as an alternative for Microsoft Word, we have Google Doc. Then for presentation, we have Google Slide. Then for the your Excel, we have Google Spreadsheet or Google Sheet. Okay. So these are three powerful things. Apart from this, you also have Google Forms. So Google Form का भी हमारा कितना extensive use है. So what I was saying you, we should stop communicating through emails. We should stop sending the data through emails, and instead, whenever data communication or data sending is required, we should rely on our Google Cloud, and Google Cloud is available to us through Google Drive. तो हमें करना क्या है कि हमें अपना डेटा Google Drive पे रखना है और उस डेटा को, उस डॉक्यूमेंट को शेयर कर लेना है with the concerned people. ठीक है. What happens due to this? क्या we avoid the email communication? First thing. Second thing is what? क्या whenever you make a change into your document, that change is instantly available to all the concerned people. Whatever changes we make, those changes are instantly available to the concerned people. Okay? Because we are changing the data which is available on cloud. So since the data is available on cloud, since the document is maintained on cloud, so whatever changes you make, all those changes are directly done on that document, and that document is shared with the concerned people, so they also get the updated data. Fine. Now to maintain your data into the Google Drive, we must maintain a proper structure. I repeat, we must maintain a proper structure. What does it mean? It simply means that if you want to say maintain the data regarding your course, okay, take an example that. So for that, we should maintain proper hierarchy, or we should maintain proper structure for keeping that data. Okay, I mean to say that suppose I have a course X, fine, and I want to maintain data for that course X. What should I do on my Google Drive? I should go to this new, or I should right click on this. यहाँ पर मुझे विंडो पर कहाँ पर भी राइट क्लिक कर देना है. So I will be getting this option, new folder, file upload, folder upload, Google Doc, Google Sheets, slides, forms, and more. Or what can I do? I can click on this new button on the left pane. So when I click on the new button, again, I get the options like folder, file upload, and so on. So if I go to folder, I can create a folder. What should I do? I should create a folder with a name of the course for which I want to maintain the data. So if it is course X, so I will be saying course X. Okay. So now I have created this folder course X. So as you can see, this is course X. I should get into course X and I should think a little beyond my current semester or my current academic year. So what I should say, कि भाई ये course X है. Now this course X belongs to this specific academic year. So it means that if I am going to take the same course in the next academic year, I will be maintaining the data of that course of that academic year separate. Okay. So what should I do? Again, I should create one more folder over here. And I say that I want to maintain the course X data for the academic year 21-22. So this is my folder for 21-22. Likewise, if next year I'm going to maintain it, so it will be 22-23 and so on. If there is something which need to be maintained at semester level, so what can I do? I can create a folder, say even sem, then I can create one more folder, say odd sem. So all even sem data would go into the even sem and then again academic year also. Okay, so academic year and then the sem, either even sem or odd sem. So as per our requirement, then I would go into this. Then whatever data I want to keep over here. Now suppose I want to put some data. मुझे ऐसे कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स इसमें डालना है जो कि मेरे मशीन पे, मेरे लैपटॉप पे, मेरे डेस्कटॉप पे अवेलेबल है. ठीक है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल आई वांट टू keep syllabus, for example, syllabus copy. So what I will be doing, if I want to take anything from my machine, from my laptop, from my device, and I want to put it over here onto my Google Drive, I will be right clicking and I will be going to this option, file upload or folder upload. अगर मुझे पूरा folder upload करना है अपनी local machine से, so I will be going for folder upload. अगर मुझे specific file upload करना है, I will be going for file upload. ठीक है. So then what I will be doing, whatever data I want to upload. So ये मेरा local drive है. ये local drive पे मुझे जहाँ पर जाना है मैं वहाँ पर जाऊँगा, अपने डेटा को पिकअप करूँगा. For example, I have this PDF, for example. ठीक है, syllabus or question bank PDF. So this is my question bank PDF. I selected it and it got uploaded. So ये अभी upload हो गया. I can rename it and I can put it as per my requirement. ठीक है. So this is one simple example कि I am able to upload a data from my local machine to my Google Drive. ठीक है. तो मुझे कोर्स के रिलेटेड जो भी डेटा अपलोड करना रहेगा वो डेटा मैं अपलोड करते रहो. That data can be my doc file, that data can be my Excel file, that data can be my presentation or whatever I want to have. So that way I can put my data. Once I upload all the required data, then after if I want to maintain any data, so as I said you कि अगर आपका Excel का data है तो please have it on your Google Sheet. अगर आपका Word का data है so please have it on Google Doc. अगर आपका PPT का data है so please have it on Google Slides. Okay. So what you can do, जो भी आपने data upload किया है अगर आपको उसी को convert करना है, आपकी अगर Excel file है तो Excel file को आप open करो. Let me show you one example. Let me upload one Excel file. Okay, so this is my Excel file. I have uploaded it. So अभी Excel को मैंने upload कर दिया. Now what I will be doing, I will be simply CSV है. Sorry for that. I got my working days calculator. Now this is my XLS. This is my Excel file. What I will be doing, I will be opening it in my Google Chrome web browser. अब ये जो open हुआ है, this is my Excel file. The first thing I need to do, if you see here, so it is showing the extension .xls. I will be making, or I will be saving it as Google Sheet. Please see here. Save as Google Sheet. So now a copy of that has been created, and that copy is a Google Sheet copy. Okay? I will be letting you know, okay, what are the differences between your Excel and Google Sheet, and how Google Sheet is more productive and more efficient as compared to Excel, and why we should go for that. That we'll be discussing. But before that, I will be closing this Excel file. I got this Google Sheet, and if I come back to this, I reload this page. देखो यहाँ पर खाली working days calculator .xls है. I reload this page and I get this two. So now working days calculator without any extension. So this is my Google Sheet, and working days calculator .xls. This is my Excel file. Now, if I want, then I can remove this, and it is recommended that we should remove this. Otherwise, there will be always an ambiguity. हमेशा ambiguity रहेगी कि आपको इसको modify करना है कि उसको modify करना है. So what I generally prefer and what I generally do when I make a copy of it, okay? अगर Excel है तो Google Sheet, अगर Word है तो Doc, presentation है तो slides. The moment I make a copy of it or I convert it into the Google service product, then immediately I delete that or I remove that. So there won't be any ambiguity, and even by mistake I won't be updating the data of that file. Okay? So now whenever I update a data, I will be updating a data of my Google Sheet. So now I can open my Google Sheet, working days calculator, and I can easily work on it. जैसे कि हम Excel के ऊपर काम करते थे, वैसे हम Google Sheet के ऊपर भी काम करेंगे. Fine. Now, so this is about how you will be keeping or storing your data onto the cloud. Fine. एक बार आप data अपना cloud पे रखना शुरू करते हो, then the biggest advantage which you have is collaboration. You can collaborate with people. You can make people to read your data. You can make people to update your data. So as per the requirement, you can collab with the people. Okay. So for example, I come back to this course X. अगर course X ये जो folder है, ये folder ही मुझे किसी के साथ में collab करना है, किसी के साथ में share करना है. So I can right click on it and I can go to this share option. I can go to the share option. Okay? I can get a link and I can send the link myself to the required people, and there also I can decide those people can only see my data or they can also change my data and so on. So I would go to share. Share पे जाना है मुझे यहाँ पर, and here I need to put the email ID. Fine. So for example, if I want to share this data with say Nusrat madam, so I will be writing nusrat.jaha@aiktc.ac.in. The moment I select that, I can go for multiple also, I can go for an entire group, and then here I can decide on, okay, I want to share this folder as a viewer with her, or as a commenter, or as an editor. अगर editor बोलते हैं तो it is maximum rights. The person can organize, can add, and can edit the file into my folder. Commenter means the person can only get into my folder, can see the files, can open the files, if have an access to these files, and can see the data of the file, but cannot change it. Okay, so it's up to me, and it's up to the requirement. Okay, how do we want to share the specific data with our colleagues? So the way I have shared the folder, the same way I can share any folder. What is important to understand कि top level पे जब हम sharing apply करते हैं, for example, I have applied the sharing at this level, course X. अब course X के अंदर जितने भी folders है, जितनी भी files है, सभी के ऊपर same sharing has been applied. I repeat, same sharing has been applied. So if I want to share, for example, only this working days calculator, with her. So I should not share the entire folder, because the moment I share this entire folder, so that sharing will penetrate down, and it will be automatically applied to all the folders, to all the files which are beneath that file, which are below that file into the hierarchy. तो ये फोल्डर के अंदर में जितने भी फोल्डर्स है, जितनी भी फाइल्स है, सबके ऊपर सेम शेयरिंग अप्लाई हो जाएगी. That we need to keep into mind. ठीक है. तो likewise कोर्स एक्स में अगर एक स्पेसिफिक ईयर के लिए हमको शेयरिंग करना है, so instead of sharing this, you can remove the sharing again, go to the share option, and here click on this editor, go down, remove, save this. The sharing has been removed. Fine. तो देखो वहां पे एक आइकन आ रहा था यूजर का, that icon has been removed. अब मुझे कोर्स एक्स को शेयर नहीं करना है, और इसके अंदर 2-3 फोल्डर और भी है. फॉर एग्जांपल मुझे स्पेसिफिक फोल्डर को शेयर करना है. The same thing I can do. Right click, go to the share option, and then put the username here, email ID I mean to say, and then define the privilege level, whether you want to share it as an editor, as a commenter, or as a viewer. So that way you can collab with the people, and the same thing gets applied at individual file level. जो फोल्डर लेवल पे आप शेयरिंग अप्लाई करते हो, इंडिविजुअल फाइल लेवल पे भी आप शेयरिंग अप्लाई कर सकते हो. At an individual file level, specifically into Google Sheets, apart from sharing the entire sheet, you can even share the specific tabs with the user, or you can even share the specific cells with the user. ठीक है. You can either allow or disallow the access of the specific tab or specific range or specific cell. So up to that level, you can provide the protection to your data. And that is really fascinating about your Google services. Let me show you that. Just a minute. Huh? बोल दो अभी जाके बोल. Voila with me. I'm not getting any responses. No query so far.
One, can I ask?
Yes, please.
Reshma Yarunkar. So what is the difference between when we are sharing the editors, commenters, and viewers? So what is the difference between a commenter and a viewer?
Commenter can comment on it. Else, the viewer and commenter both are almost same. Privileges are same. But the commenter can put a comment on your document, can put a comment on your specific cell, and so on. Okay? We'll be seeing it when we'll be working on a Google Sheet. That time we'll be seeing it.
Okay, sir.
Sir, Rehan this side.
Yes, please. Your audio is muted. Rehan sir, please unmute your audio.
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. You are audible.
Yes. So if we have to share our data, if we have to put our data on already shared folder, and if we want that nobody can edit my data, so what should I do?
You need to remove the sharing from that specific file which you don't want to give an access.
No. Actually, the folder is already created by some other person, and he has shared that folder with me to put the data in it. Now I am putting the data in it, but I want to give only viewing rights, not editing rights on that data.
You cannot. That's a good question. What's happening here? That when I create something, I am creating a folder. So basically, I am creating a space. ठीक है? अब ये space create करने के बाद में, I am sharing this space with someone else. So when I share this space with someone else, the first thing is what? Okay, I am a owner of this space. I am a owner of this space. ठीक है? So there is a file owner, there is a folder owner. So I am a owner of this space. So when I share this space with somebody else, and when that somebody else is using this space, to alter the data, to put a data, to edit a data. So I have a default access because this space belongs to me. Okay. So as a user, since this space is shared with you, you can provide me the data and I am getting a default access of this data. If you want to do something wherein you want me to have only the read access of your data, then you should share it with me. Are you getting it? So there it will be your space and you are the owner in your space. And when you create a file, so whatever file you are creating, you are the owner of that file. So then you share that file with me as a viewer or as a commenter. So I can only view the data. I cannot modify the data. So are you getting it? Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes. It's clear now.
Okay. So what is important that who owns a file or who owns a data? Okay. Who owns that specific space? That space can be in the form of your folder. That space can be in the form of your file. Okay. So whoever is owning that entity, that space or that file, that person will decide कि भाई ये किसको एक्सेस होगा और किस लेवल पे एक्सेस है. ओके. अगर आपने डिसाइड कर लिया कि इनको ये एक्सेस देना है, then that person will be getting that access. But as a file owner, you have a complete access. So other person cannot take over your access. Yes, there is a possibility that the owner can be changed. So I can surrender my ownership. Interestingly, we are getting more technical, but I'm quite happy that we are coming down to this kind of discussion. I can surrender my ownership. Okay. So if I surrender my ownership, मैंने एक फाइल क्रिएट किया, वो फाइल मैंने आपके साथ में शेयर किया, आप उसमें डेटा डाल रहे हो, लेकिन अब ऐसा कुछ सिचुएशन आ गया है कि वो डेटा का मुझे रीड एक्सेस मिलना चाहिए, एडिट एक्सेस नहीं मिलना चाहिए. यू आर द एडिटर ऑफ दैट डेटा एंड आई शुड have only the read access. So in that case, I can surrender my ownership. So when I surrender my ownership and if you become an owner of a file, then that possibility is there. Okay, so that can be done. But that is a prerequisite that ownership should be surrendered. I hope that clears the answer. Okay,
Yes.
so moving further, as I said, you के सबसे important जो पहली चीज है, that is the hierarchy, that is the structure, that how you are maintaining a data in your drive. And I am sure that each one of you must be maintaining this kind of hierarchy. ये एक ऐसी चीज है structuring या hierarchy maintain करना कि ये हम लोग अपनी daily life में भी करते हैं. So irrespective of fact that you belongs to computer science or you belongs to pharmacy or any other field, irrespective of that, we know that whenever we maintain anything, we maintain some hierarchy, we maintain some structure. So the same thing is expected over here. वही चीज यहाँ पर भी एक्सपेक्टेड है. तो हम हमारे शेल्फ में डेटा रख रहे, हमारे शेल्फ में हम बुक्स रख रहे, हमारे शेल्फ में हम कुछ सामान रख रहे. So we follow some hierarchy, we follow some structure. In the same line, when you keep your data onto your drive, please follow some hierarchy, some structure. That structure will help you to get the data, to take the data, to access the data, to retrieve your data at any point of time without any difficulty. And that will help others also to understand that this is the hierarchy. So this is how the data has been maintained. Year on year, term on term, course on course, and so on. So as per the requirement of your data, you can put up the hierarchy and you can maintain your data. Let me simply show you one hierarchy and then we can switch to the next topic. Now this is my HOD account, so I go to my drive, and into my drive, I have this home folder, as you can see here. So your home folder, this is the home of my department. I can say this is the home of my department. So the idea is what? Okay, whatever data I'm maintaining at the department level, that entire data will go into this. ठीक है? तो मैं home में जाता हूँ. अब home में जाने के बाद में I will be having so many folders. So academic audit. So at the department level, I have the academic audit. So the academic audit data will be there in academic audit folder. I have the academic calendar. So academic calendars data will be into academic calendar folder. Add-on course, admission, attendance, campus reopening, department review, examination, fee collection, feedback, instruction material, and so on and on and on. ठीक है, काफी सारी चीजें हैं as per the requirement of the department. Then I get into say specific things, say academic calendar. तो मैं academic calendar में अगर जाता हूँ, so here I am maintaining the data of academic calendar in the form of Google Sheets. ठीक है, तो academic calendar 21-22, academic calendar 21-22, even semester, this current semester. So if I open this, so as you can see that this academic calendar data is available over here in the form of Google Sheet. What is important that whenever we maintain a data at a central repository as a central location, so there are a few important things which we need to keep into our mind. हमको क्या ध्यान में रखना है कि इसको एडिट कौन करेगा और इसे एक्सेस कौन करेगा, I mean to say इसे व्यू कौन करेगा. So since this is an academic calendar, what I want that all faculty members, all students of my department should have a view access to this file. Okay? Then I want to restrict the edit access of this file, and suppose I decide that only my departmental clerk will edit this file. Okay? The departmental clerk will get all the required data from me. कि भाई institute calendar का data क्या है, that I will be providing. I will be telling him क्या department का data क्या है related to academic calendar, and then every course owner, as you must be knowing that course owner has a responsibility of contribution to academic calendar. This is very important. Huh? I request each one of you to concentrate. Contribution towards academic calendar. So contribution towards academic calendar में what we do as a course owner, we provide the information. कि भाई for my course, what expert session I have planned and on what date I have planned it. ठीक है, so that information I will be providing. So as you can see here, okay, here you can see. So these are the expert sessions which are planned by various teachers for their courses. So this is for HMI, this is for HMI lab, fine. Likewise, this is for AOA, this is for OS. You can see the course name over here, course name, okay? So this is for AOA, this is for OS, this is for CSS, this is for DLog, this is for SBLC Python programming. And what all information we are putting over here? Title of the expert session, expert speaker, and date. Okay, on which date it will be. So this kind of information is mailed to the departmental clerk by the faculty member, and it is the responsibility of the departmental clerk. By this date, everything should be updated. Once it is updated, so for this file, we all have a read access. So if I go to the sharing tab, what I can see, okay? HOD.co is the owner. I created this file. Then Mavia.Patel is the editor. Okay? Because he is the clerk of my department, so I have given him the editor access. Then there are few people, those who are having viewer access. Apart from this, there is one more way by which you can provide the link of your file to access it as a viewer or as an editor. Okay, let me show you that. For that, what I need to do, I need to right click on my file and I need to get the link. When I click on get link, see here carefully. यहाँ पर आपको क्लिक करना है. यहाँ पर एक restricted है, एक हमारा पूरा डोमेन का नाम आ रहा है और एक anyone with the link means कि कोई भी यूजर हो, कोई और डोमेन का भी यूजर है, जीमेल का यूजर है, so you want to make it public. In short, if anything you want to make it make public, then you can go with this, anyone with this link. ठीक है, जैसे मैंने anyone with this link कर दिया, तो viewer, यहाँ पर भी multiple possibilities है, as a viewer, as a commenter, as an editor. I need to copy this link. ये जो link generate हुए, ये link मुझे copy करना है, ये link को मुझे share कर देना है, जिससे भी मुझे sharing करना है. Fine. Likewise, I want to keep this restricted into our domain only. कि हमारे domain के बाहर के जो users है, कोई Gmail का user है, for example tmtkhan@gmail.com, तो आई डोंट वांट कि भाई वो ईमेल आईडी वाला यूजर मेरी फाइल को एक्सेस करे. So what I can do, I can restrict it to my domain, Anjumana Islam Khalsa Technical Campus, and there also we can decide, okay, I need to share this link as a viewer, so they can only see, as a commenter, they can comment also, or as an editor, so they can change also. So I will be sharing it as a viewer. Once I decide this, so I need to simply copy my link copied, done. Now the link is available in the clipboard. ठीक है, हमारे clipboard में link available है. मैं जहां पर भी जाऊं वहां पर जाके मुझे खाली पेस्ट कर देना. So that link will be pasted. So I can mail that link to the group of people, or I can put that link anywhere else, in any other file, in any other Google Sheet, or wherever I want to. So that is also another way of sharing your file. ठीक है, so that way I can share, or we can share our file. Now coming back to home, then we got attendance. तो अटेंडेंस में अगर हम आ जाते हैं तो here the demand is like even semester 2021, even semester 21-22, और semester 21-22. तो यहाँ पर रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसा था कि हमें एकेडमिक ईयर और टर्म का जो टाइप है और इवन उसको कंबाइन करना था. तो उसे कंबाइन करके हमने फोल्डर बनाया, उसमें हमने डेटा मेंटेन किया. So this is how we maintain the data for attendance, and likewise all the required data has been maintained. Now here what is important, that the hierarchy should be properly designed. तो आप थोड़ा पेपर के ऊपर एक रफ वर्क कर लो कि आपका पहला फोल्डर क्या होगा, उसके अंदर आपका फोल्डर क्या होगा, उसके अंदर अगर कोई और फोल्डर चाहिए तो वो क्या फोल्डर होगा. फिर डायरेक्टली वहां पर आपको फाइल्स रखना है कि उसके अंदर फिर एकेडमिक ईयर वाइज या टर्म वाइज फोल्डर बनाना, एंड सो ऑन. So that you need to properly decide on first, and then you can do. One more example I will give you, that we have one folder, instructional material. अब ये जो folder है, inside this folder we got an academic year. So this folder is basically housing instructional material of all the courses of my department for this specific year. ठीक है, of all the courses of my department. And then for this specific year 2021-22, I got this folder. Inside this folder, then I got SEM 1, SEM 4, SEM 6, and SEM 8. ठीक है, the currently running semesters. So for this SEM 4, I got all the courses listed down. तो हर एक कोर्स के लिए एक एक फोल्डर है. ठीक है, और फिर हर एक फोल्डर के अंदर क्या हुआ है कि हर एक फोल्डर के अंदर हमने हायरार्की बनाई है. क्या, लैब मैनुअल, miscellaneous, notes, presentation, and one more simple but very effective Google Sheet. ठीक है, before that, before showing that, I come back to this. और ये जो हमने course wise folder बनाया है, what we have done, कि we have then shared this course wise folder with the respective course owner. I repeat, with the respective course owner. So if I right click on this folder and I go to the share option, so what I can see that Mavia Patel, who is the clerk, he has the editor access because he has created this hierarchy upon our instruction. And then this person, myself, I am the course owner. So Tabrez @AIKTC.ac.in is the course owner. ठीक है, अब ये course owner को इसका access है. Now this data is maintained at the department level. Please understand this. This is very important. This data is maintained at the department level, but the data is generated by the course owner. So the course owner will contribute into the generation of the data, but the data will be available at the department level. So there will not be any requirement कि भाई ये data दो, वो data दो, लोगों से data पूछते रहना, लोगों से data लेते रहना. That won't be required. And then down the line, say after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, if we are maintaining the data properly, so down the line it will be available always. ठीक है, तो अब ये फाइल में हम जाते हैं. In every folder for instructional material we have Google Sheet like this with a course name. And if I open this Google Sheet, what we are doing into this, we are keeping it very simple and very effective. The course name, the course owner name, and then the link of the presentation folder for the same course. Then the link for the notes for the same course. Then the link for the lab manual for the same course. ठीक है, यहाँ पर links है. And here we have the YouTube link for all the sessions. तो हमारे जो भी सेशन हो रहे, वो सेशन का टॉपिक हमें लिखना है बस, और उससे सेशन रिकॉर्ड हो गया, जूम पे हुआ या गूगल मीट पे हुआ. गूगल मीट की तो अभी रिकॉर्डिंग बंद है, जूम पे हुआ, जूम की रिकॉर्डिंग हमारे पास है, व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू, उसी रिकॉर्डिंग की जो फाइल बन रही है, वीडियो फाइल, दैट वी अपलोड इनटू आवर ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल, दैट इज माय ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल, and the link which is getting created over there, I will be putting it over here. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर मैं इस तरीके से लिंक पुट अप कर देता हूँ. So if I go to any specific link, it will be opening the YouTube and it will be opening the specific video on my channel. ठीक है, so this way it will be open, it will be played. Now what we are doing with this, I close this. अब इस तरीके से ये जो अपडेट हो रहा है ना यहाँ पर, ये अपडेट की इंफॉर्मेशन हम स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. कैसे प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं देखो. So this is one Google sheet wherein the instructional material along with the videos are available. Fine. And the link for all the things. For example, ये मेरी lab manual की link है. So I go to the lab manual link. यहाँ पर program folder है. And into this program folder, I have all the programs. Now, what is interesting कि जो भी latest काम हो रहा है वो सब यहाँ पर आ रहा है. This is current semester data. हाँ, तो current semester का data है. अभी second experiment का program complete हुआ है. So this is exp201. So this is exp201.py. Okay. So once I maintain the data into the central store of my department, and if the same thing is shared with the students, so it becomes so easy for everyone. So you are maintaining the data at the central repository, and everyone, those who are concerned with that data, have an access of that data from the central repo. So from the central repo, the access is there. So everything is getting done on a real time. Everything is getting done on a real time. And no one is required to mail anything to anybody else. किसी को भी कुछ mailing communication नहीं करना है. Only what is required, जो important हमारे, you can say the entry points, जो हमारे important entry points है, those should be properly prepared. कि instructional material जो है उसकी ये entry point, ये जो course material की ये जो Google sheet है entry point. And if I share this Google sheet with my students, so what will be happening? मेरे students को खाली ये Google sheet maintain करना है, और बाद में किसी भी YouTube की लिंक मुझे उनके साथ में अलग से शेयर नहीं करना है. Everything I will be putting over here, and whatever I put it over here, my student will be getting the access. Obviously, they will be getting the access as a viewer, so they can view only, they cannot change it, only I will be changing. And then on top of that, what is happening? This data is getting maintained at the department level. As a course owner, I am not keeping this data on my machine. I am not keeping this data on my drive. I am keeping this data into the drive of the department, which is the central repo. तो central repo पे data maintain हो रहा है, और central repo से ही data पूरा share हो रहा है. So this is the beauty. And if we use it this way, then only inshallah it will be a very effective thing, very efficient thing. तो किसी को कुछ पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है, किसी को कुछ डेडलाइन देने की जरूरत नहीं है कि आपका इंस्ट्रक्शनल मटेरियल आप सबमिट कीजिए, आप बताइए आपने कितने वीडियोस बनाए, आप बताइए आपने कितने वीडियोस यूट्यूब पे अपलोड किए. नथिंग हैज टू बी आस्क्ड. ये एंट्री पॉइंट है, ये एंट्री पॉइंट पे ऑडिटर आए, ये एंट्री पॉइंट पे स्टूडेंट आए, यही एंट्री पॉइंट पे हेड भी आए और चेक कर ले, देख ले क्या कितने वीडियोस है, कब कब के वीडियोस है, एवरीथिंग विल बी अवेलेबल. एंड दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शनल मटेरियल. Likewise, whatever data we want to maintain, we can maintain. Fine. Second example I would be giving you. Now into a home, ये जो हमारे home जो directory है, where it is, this one. तो यहाँ पर idea ये है, the idea is what? To maintain entire data of the department into this central repo, और जिसको जो access चाहिए उसको वो access देते हैं. ठीक है, तो जो भी डेटा जनरेट है द कोर्स होना, इफ आई एम कंट्रीब्यूटिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ instructional material, in terms of my CAGS, in terms of my teaching plan, in terms of my practical plan, in terms of the UT marks of the student. So for everything, in terms of attendance also. So for everything we have either Google Sheets or we have Docs. 99% we have Google Sheets. तो Google Sheets पे हमारा डेटा है, और Google Sheets कहाँ पर है? हमारे सेंट्रल रेपो पे है, इंडिविजुअल फैकल्टी लेवल पे नहीं है, हमारे सेंट्रल रेपो पे है, और सभी को रिक्वायर्ड एक्सेस दिया गया है, और वो रिक्वायर्ड एक्सेस से पीपल कैन कंट्रीब्यूट. ठीक है? So entire academic related data will be maintained at the central repo, and then it is something like do it once only. थोड़ा सा ये हमारा मेहनत का काम है, थोड़ा सा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, बट एज अ टीम व्हेन वी डू इट, सो इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक डू इट वंस ओनली. खाली आप एक ही बार आपकी अटेंडेंस मार्क करो, एक ही बार आप अपनी वीडियो की लिंक डालो, एक ही बार आप अपना यूटी का मार्क्स डालो, एक ही बार आपने जो जो काम करना है वो सब आप एक बार करो, और एक ही बार में वो डिपार्टमेंट के पास भी अवेलेबल है, एक ही बार में वो आपके स्टूडेंट्स के पास भी अवेलेबल है, और एक ही बार में वो आपके पास भी अवेलेबल है. ठीक है? So that is the idea. In with that idea, if we make use of the Google Drive, if we make use of this cloud, then it would be very effective. It would be on top of the things. ठीक है? Now this is about how you can structure your data, how you can maintain your data at the central level. Next, I will be talking a bit about Google Sheets, because I find Google Sheets one of the most powerful thing provided by Google Suite. So let me get into some Google Sheet. Any query so far? Sorry, I did not ask you in between. Any query so far? Are you understanding how the structure can be maintained effectively? How the things can be shared with the people? How can they contribute? Okay? I have given you one simple example. Few examples like academic calendar. What kind of access can be given to different kind of users? Then instructional material, what kind of access can be given to different kind of users. So into instructional material, I come back again and I go to this specific. So depending upon the course, ये course है theory or practical का AI. So the access is given to the concerned course. CSS का access concerned course, IoT access concerned course. So they can contribute. Likewise, mobile computing to concerned course. So if I check this, I think it belongs to a participant. Yes, Nusrat.Jahan. So Nusrat madam is already there and she's taking care of this subject. So she's supposed to maintain this data. Let me check. If I open this file, I come to know here itself. So what's happening? क्या मैडम ने अब तक की YouTube चैनल पे वीडियो अपलोड नहीं किए हैं, उसके लिंक्स यहाँ पर नहीं है. तो जैसे ही लिंक यहाँ पर आ जाती है, we come to know that videos are getting uploaded, and once this file is shared with the student, so student also come to know कि भाई कौन से सेशन के कौन से वीडियो है, and then they can see your videos. So any query into this?
So I have a question here, or suggestion rather. So
Please.
like you said, like, okay, am I audible?
Now you are audible.
Okay, like you said, you can create a folder and you can share it with anybody. So likewise, we can also have the audit folder, and all the teachers, they can have their audit documents posted there and can be shared with all the auditors. It will save a lot of time.
That's how we are doing it. That's how we are doing
We
it.
have audit drives. We have audit drives, like the auditor calls and checks. Right now, the audits are going on. Like in first year, the audit is going on. So why do we have to have those audits then?
No, audits are required because there you need to have some communication also. There are few things which need to be explained. Okay, if there are few things which need not need to have any explanation, then that can be done. No issues for that. For example, if you can see audit, academic audit folder is there for this specific year, I got even sem and odd sem. So all my data I am maintaining over here. Fine. अब वहां पर ऑडिटर आके पूछे, तो ऑडिटर आके पूछे या ऑनलाइन पूछे, the idea is what, there are few parameters where the communication is required, where the dialogues are required. So without that, the audit cannot be done. And if there are few things which are simply quantitative in terms, so there is no qualitative end to it, and only quantitative thing, so that can be checked directly without having any communication. So that can be done. But we have many parameters which are qualitative in nature, so there we need to have communication. So that's the reason auditor need to sit with the auditee and they need to have a communication and then settle to a specific score as per the defined rubric. Otherwise, the data which we are maintaining, that data we are maintaining at our Google Drive only and into our central repo only, and we are sharing with the required people, with the concerned people. For example, this is my monitor. So if I open my monitor, from my monitor itself, I come to know everything. ठीक है, यहाँ पर ये ऑड सेम का मॉनिटर है, ये इवन सेम का मॉनिटर है. अभी इवन सेम की हमारी प्री टर्म ऑडिट हुई थी, तो प्री टर्म के subject wise I am getting the scores, I am getting whether that is falling into critical or not. So all those things we are getting. Now this data we are pulling, we are getting this data, we are pulling this data from the academic audit files, from the academic audit sheets. जो academic audit की जो sheet है जिसके ऊपर scoring दी जाती है, वहीं से हम data यहाँ पर pull करके. So these are the monitors from where we come to know how the things are going on. And everything is getting done on real time. जैसे वहां पर डेटा फिल होता है, वहां से डेटा पुल होके यहाँ पर आ जाता है. And this is for odd. So odd के तीनों ही ऑडिट हो गए. So this is for pre term, this is for mid term, this is for post term. Post result जो है बाद में होना है और उसका पूरा एवरेज यहाँ पर आ गया. ठीक है. So we maintain this information at central level only, at central point only. But for discussion, we need discussion for few of the parameters. And that cannot be avoided. So for that reason, auditor and auditee need to sit together. I hope that clears your question.
Thank you.
Okay, so coming back to the structure part, now I am going to Google Sheet. If there is no query on this. Okay, so starting with the Google Sheet, I come to my drive. I come to this code 6. इसी folder में आ जाते. I get into this folder and suppose I am creating a new Google Sheet. So this is my Google Sheet. Your Google Sheet is as good as your Excel, and I would say much better than your Excel. But look and feel and most of the things are similar to Excel. Okay. So the first thing is about naming your Google Sheet. तो यहाँ पर आपने click करना है और आपकी Google Sheet को जो भी आपको नाम देना है, that name you can put. For example, sample. And no need to provide any extension. It will take it automatically. And now look and feel, as I said, you is like your Excel only. So here is your single sheet. You can call it as a tab also, you can call it as a sheet also, you can rename it, whatever name you want to put. Then you can add the sheet also with this plus. Then you can change the positions also as per your need, as per your requirement. Then few things are important over here. Okay, when you maintain a data on the Google Sheet, so यहाँ पर जो look and feel है, that also plays some important role. So for example, I got few things, say serial number, then name of a student, then contact detail, and suppose address or location, and then I got result, overall result of the student, and then placement. Okay, so placement is done or not, something like that. And I also want to maintain the financial status of a student. Financial status. Okay. So what I will be doing, this is my header. जो मैं data maintain करना चाहूँ उसका header है. So I will be selecting this row. मैंने इस row को select किया, इसके ऊपर click करके I will be making it bold. I will be making it center aligned. यहाँ पर center aligned हुआ है horizontal में, और ये vertical alignment है, so I will be making it center or middle to the vertical. ठीक है. यहाँ पर मैं इसके font style change कर सकता हूँ. So for example, if I go for Ubuntu, I can go for Ubuntu, or Times New Roman, I go for Ubuntu, and I make it a font size of say 12. अब यहाँ पे आप डेटा देख रहे हो, so it is not fitting into this cell. So what I can do, I can go for text wrapping. तो यहाँ पे alignment है, horizontal alignment, यहाँ पे vertical alignment है, उसके बाद में text wrapping है. So this middle one, wrap it. So this will wrap it. ठीक है, तो ये मेरा text wrapping हो गया. मैं row की size accordingly change. I want to put some serial number, so I am putting some serial number. 2-3 सीरियल नंबर डालने के बाद में आप 2 नंबर को सिलेक्ट कर लो ऊपर के और इसको ड्रैग करना शुरू करो, तो ऑटोमेटिकली सीक्वेंस विल कम. तो यहाँ पर पूरा सीक्वेंस आ गया. आई वांट टू सेंटर इट, तो मैंने यहाँ पर सेंटर कर दिया हॉरिजॉन्टली एंड वर्टिकली बोथ. ओके, नाउ हियर आई वांट टू मेंटेन द नेम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. आई नीड टू कीप इट लिटिल बिगर. तो यहाँ पर मुझे जो भी नेम्स चाहिए, आई कैन पुट अप द नेम्स, आई कैन पुट अप द कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर, एड्रेस, रिजल्ट, प्लेसमेंट, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस एंड सो ऑन. अब यहाँ पर it is very important to keep your data in a very controlled way. What does it mean? एक कल को आप जाके अपनी शीट को शेयर करते हो और आप किसी और को रिस्पॉन्सिबल बनाते हो ये डेटा को फिल करने के लिए. अब यहाँ पर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस आपने लिख दिया गुड, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट टाइम पे नेक्स्ट स्टूडेंट के लिए कोई और जब डेटा डाल रहा है तो हो सकता है वो लिखते एक्सीलेंट, कोई लिखते ओके, कोई लिखते पुअर, कोई लिखते बैड, बी स्मॉल, इस तरीके से. ठीक है. सो योर डेटा इज नॉट कंट्रोल्ड. व्हाट यू कैन डू फॉर दिस, कि यू कैन डिसाइड एट द प्राइमरी लेवल इटसेल्फ कि ये जो स्पेसिफिक कॉलम है, ये स्पेसिफिक कॉलम का डेटा का मेरा कैटेगरी क्या क्या होगी. So if you decide the category, so you'll be getting some drop down box kind of stuff, and there you and all the user who is going to update this file can select from that category only. तो इसमें क्या हो गया कि डेटा आपका कंट्रोल हो गया. आपने डिसाइड कर लिया कि क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटी इसमें है और उसी पॉसिबिलिटी में से एक पॉसिबिलिटी रहेगी. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई क्लिक ऑन दिस सेल, आई गो टू डेटा, सी हियर केयरफुली. I will be going to data, and here I will be going to data validation because I am talking about data validation. And in data validation, I will be going to the next one, list of items. List from a range नहीं करना है, मुझे list of items करना है. And here I will be typing out. So one category is good, financial status is good, comma, second category is financial status is okay, for example, and third category is financial status is poor. ठीक है, तीन ही कैटेगरी. एंड देन आई से कि रिजेक्ट एनीथिंग एल्स. अगर यूजर इसके अलावा कुछ और डालना चाह रहे हैं वहां पर तो उसको रिजेक्ट करो. ठीक है. एंड देन आई सेव दिस. नाउ इफ आई सी दिस, तो यहाँ पर गुड पे मैं जब क्लिक करता हूँ, सो आई एम गेटिंग अ ड्रॉप डाउन काइंड ऑफ स्टफ वेयर आई हैव ओनली 3 ऑप्शन, गुड, ओके एंड पुअर. फाइन. सो आई कैन सिलेक्ट एनी वन आउट ऑफ इट. अब मुझे यही ड्रॉप डाउन ऑप्शन बाकी सब जगह भी चाहिए. So either I can select entire the range of cells, and then I can go to data, then validation, and the things which I want to do. Data validation में आके यहाँ पर list of item में save. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर सब जगह आ गया ये. फाइन. और हमने रिजेक्ट किया था बाकी सब टाइप का इनपुट, तो यहाँ पर रेड आ रहा है, invalid input, invalid input. What I can do, I can change this to say poor, and this is already poor, and this okay should be this okay, this excellent should be good. Done. So now my data is clean. I repeat, now my data is clean. Data cleaning का फायदा ये होता है कि आपकी डेटा कंसिस्टेंसी मेंटेन रहती है. And in future, if you want to play with your data, if you want to do any kind of analysis, then it becomes quite easy to analyze your data. For example, what I will be doing, I will be selecting my row again, and I want to filter this out. तो मैं यहाँ पर एक फिल्टर का ऑप्शन है, as you can see here, create a filter. मैं खाली इस पे क्लिक कर दूंगा. जैसे मैंने क्लिक कर दिया तो यहाँ पर देखो पूरे रो में हर एक के ऊपर फिल्टर आ गया. तो यहाँ पर फिल्टर में मैं फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस पे फिल्टर मारूंगा, इस पे क्लिक करूंगा, और इस पे क्लिक करने पर यहाँ पर नीचे ऑप्शंस आ रहे, गुड, ओके, पुअर. What I will do, I will clear all and I will select only good. ठीक है. And I say okay. The moment I say okay, I will be only seeing the rows where the financial status is good. So in short, I am getting the information of all the students, those who are having financial status as good. ठीक है. Likewise, I can, if I want to check or if I want to get the list of students, those who are financially weak, so I will be checking for this poor, and now I have the detail of all the students, those who are financially weak and need a help. Okay. So with this kind of approach, at any point of time, you are in a position to control your data. You are in a position to analyze your data properly. What do you need to do? I go to this, I say select all and okay. So all the rows will be selected. इसके लिए आपको करना क्या है? इसके लिए आपको आपका डेटा कंट्रोल करना है. जहां पर भी जिस किसी कॉलम में भी पॉसिबिलिटी ये है कि 2-3 कैटेगरी, 4-5 कैटेगरी या 8-10 कैटेगरी का ही डेटा लेना है, सो इट इज हाईली रिकमेंडेड कि आप वो पूरे कॉलम को सिलेक्ट कीजिए, आप डेटा वैलिडेशन पे जाइए और डेटा को वैलिडेट कीजिए आपने. ठीक है, बाकी सब चीज को रिजेक्ट करके रखिए. सेकेंडली, मोस्ट ऑफन वी हैव a date column, planned date of completion, actual date of completion, date of submission, date of birth and so on. काफी सारे dates के column हमारे generally आते ही है. So let me have one, here the date column. तो what I want कि यहाँ पे जितनी भी dates आए ना वो specific order में, specific style में आए और dates ही आए, कुछ और ना आए. So what I will be doing, I will be selecting this column. मैंने कॉलम को सिलेक्ट कर लिया and now I will be going to data validation, and into data validation here you got multiple options. Okay, यहाँ पे कस्टमर फॉर्मूला भी होता है, कस्टम फॉर्मूला जो कि थोड़ा एडवांस लेवल पे है, लेकिन हमको वहां पर नहीं जाना है, हमको खाली डेट पे जाना है. So I can restrict क्या what is allowed over here. So I would say date, तो एक वैलिड डेट ही अलाउड रहेगी. I can reject the rest of the input and I say save. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि किसी भी सेल पे मुझे सिंपली डबल क्लिक करना है. The moment I double click on a cell, a calendar will be shown, and then you can directly select your date. So I simply select my date. So date is coming. यहाँ पर मैं अब 6 सिलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ, तो यहाँ पर मैं 7 या फिर मैं आगे जाके 9th मार्च की 15 मार्च की डेट सिलेक्ट करता हूँ. ठीक है, so this is how I am selecting a date, and there is a less chance of making a mistake. If you see now, so you are able to control your data and you are able to put only the dates into this column. But these dates doesn't seem to be that much easily readable. Okay, so I cannot understand whether this is 2nd of May or this is 5th of February. So for this, what I can do, along with my data validation, I repeat, along with my data validation, जब मैं data validation set करूँगा ना, उसी वक्त पे मैं क्या करूँगा, अपने डेटा को फॉर्मेट भी करूँगा. What I mean to say, I will go to format, I will go to number, here carefully, and then into date. यहाँ पर डेट का भी ऑप्शन है. ठीक है, यहाँ पर डेट का ऑप्शन है, तो इस तरीके से डेट का फॉर्मेट हम सेट कर सकते हैं, इस तरीके से भी सेट कर सकते हैं, इस तरीके से भी सेट कर सकते हैं और कस्टम सेट भी कर सकते हैं. So custom date and time, I click on custom date and time. So all these possibilities are there. So what I want to have, suppose I want to show my date in this format, the month name and the month abbreviation, then the date, comma, and then the year. So I will select this, I will say apply, and then all these things changes. Feb 5, 2022, Feb 6, 2022, March 15, 2022. So as per your requirement, you can change it. अगर आपको इसमें अगर डे भी चाहिए, you also want to see which day of a week it is. So again, you can go to format, you can go to number, and then here you have one option, Friday, then month, then date, and then year. So I can go to this option, I can go to custom date. Okay, either one. So here I come to know the day also. तो यहाँ पर हमको क्या करना है, खाली डबल क्लिक करके सिलेक्ट करना है, and accordingly it will be changing. ठीक है, so now your data becomes more presentable also, more clearly readable also. आपका डेटा presentable भी हो गया, आपका डेटा readable भी हो गया. One more important thing about presentation is what, कि generally जब भी आप अपने डेटा को maintain करो, तो ये जो एक कॉलम होता है, फर्स्ट कॉलम, आप फर्स्ट कॉलम को छोड़ के रखो. तो फर्स्ट कॉलम को छोड़ने का एक सिंपल तरीका क्या है, अगर आपका डेटा ऑलरेडी है, फर्स्ट कॉलम से डेटा है, so I would be right clicking on it and I will say insert one column left. उसके लेफ्ट में एक कॉलम इंसर्ट हो, तो एक कॉलम इंसर्ट हो गया यहाँ पर लेफ्ट में. What I will do, इसको मुझे थोड़ा शॉर्ट कर देना है. Okay, now this improves the presentation and the readability of my data. Fine. इसके बाद में मुझे क्या करना है, I should always keep this, ये जो ग्रिड लाइन्स है ना, इसको ऑफ करके रखना है. So for that I will go to view, शो एंड ग्रिड लाइन जो है इसको डिसेबल। ठीक है, अब ये लुक एंड फील में इंप्रूव हुआ। नाउ ये जो टेबुलर डेटा है, ये टेबुलर डेटा को आप सिलेक्ट कर लो और यहाँ पर आपके बॉर्डर सेट कर लो। तो ये आपने बॉर्डर सेट कर लो, ठीक है। So your tabular data is still visible in a tabular format, and the rest of the things are without grid lines. So that improves the presentation of your data. Then you can keep your data with different colors. You can play with it. यहाँ पर जैसा कि अगर मैं this is fill color, so background color will be filled. I can change the background color. For example, something like this. So background color यहाँ पर change हो गया. Then I can change the color of my text also. So while playing with that kind of thing, I can make it more presentable. I can make it looking much better and much readable. Fine. Now, once you do this, now again you have an option कि भाई आप data को share करो, आप किसी और को access दो. So this is my sheet 2. This is my summary. So into my sheet 2, if I want to give an access of sheet 2, so I can right click on this. I don't want to give a access of the complete file. Please listen, I don't want to share the complete file. अगर मुझे पूरी की पूरी Google Sheet share करना है तो I can go to this and I can share over here. Fine. But what I want to do, I want to share only this tab of this Google Sheet. So I will be right clicking on this tab and I will go to Protect Sheet. Protect Sheet में यहाँ पर option आ गया आपके, यहाँ पर पूरी sheet आ रही है, range आ रही है. So either I can give an access of a specific range, means some cells, or I can give a access of a entire sheet. So I want to give a access of an entire sheet. I will go for set permissions, and here यहाँ पर जो restriction है ये मुझे हटाना है. I will go for custom, and here I will be writing the email address. For example, I am sharing this with Nusrat madam. So I will say Nusrat, so nusrat.jahan@AIKTC.ac.in, and I said done. Now it asks me whether a link should be sent to that person. I say okay, share. So a link will be mailed to her of this file. She can open this file and she can make a changes only into this tab. And now you can see here that a lock has come. A lock icon is appearing over here. It means that apart from me, I am giving access of this file to someone else also. Okay. And if I click on this summary, right click on this summary, protect sheet, and if I set the permission, so the permission for this sheet is also given to her the moment I open. अगर मुझे disable करना है क्या disable, ठीक है? तो मैंने यहाँ से उनको ही permission निकाल दी and done. Now she cannot make a changes on this tab, but she can make a changes on this tab. इस टैब के ऊपर मैडम चेंजेस कर सकते हैं, बट ये जो टैब है इसके ऊपर चेंजेस नहीं कर सकते. तो दिस वे वी कैन कंट्रोल क्या व्हाट हैज टू बी शेयर्ड एंड व्हाट नॉट हैज टू बी शेयर्ड, इवन फ्रॉम अ सिंगल स्पेसिफिक गूगल शीट फाइल. एक गूगल शीट फाइल में से अगर आपको कुछ टैब्स को शेयर करना है तो उन्हीं टैब्स को आप शेयर कीजिए, बाकी टैब्स को शेयर मत कीजिए. और स्पेसिफिकली टैब्स के अंदर भी अगर आपको कुछ रेंज को शेयर करना है, ये स्पेसिफिक रेंज को शेयर करना है, तो ये स्पेसिफिक रेंज को भी आप शेयर कर सकते हो. So that user can modify only this range and nothing else. So even that kind of protection or that level of protection can also be provided. So here we have seen that how the look and feel of the data can be maintained, how the consistency of the data can be maintained, and how even the integrity of the data can be maintained. Fine. Then next thing is what? क्या you want to read a data, आपको डेटा लेना है. अब मुझे यहाँ पर फॉर एग्जाम्पल डेटा लेना है. सो आई से I want this to get populated with this column. ये फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस से पॉपुलेट होना चाहिए. So I would say simply I would say this equal to, ये सेल पे मैं हूँ, मैंने डाला equal to, I go to this tab and I click on this. Good. I'm clicking on this and I enter it. जैसे मैंने एंटर मारा तो डेटा यहाँ पर आ गया. अब यहाँ पर मैं क्लिक करके रखता हूँ और इसको मैं नीचे ड्रैग करता हूँ. तो जैसे जैसे मैं नीचे ड्रैग करूँगा क्या होगा कि वो शीट के वो कॉलम के में जो डेटा है आगे वो सब डेटा यहाँ पर पॉपुलेट होते हैं, ठीक है। तो इफ यू सी हियर, यहाँ पर मैंने किया था इक्वल टू शीट 2, यहाँ पर देखिए क्या आ रहा है, शीट 2 exclamation mark H4. So sheet 2 is the name of my this sheet, and then H4, this is my column H, and this is my row 4, ठीक है। So H4, column is H and row number is 4, so H4, ठीक है। So this way the data comes over here, equal sign आपको डालना पड़ेगा। फिर आपको अगर एक टैब से दूसरे टैब में डेटा लेना है, so this is quite straightforward, simple. Secondly, if you want to get a data from another Google sheet, किसी और गूगल शीट से अगर आपको डेटा लेना है, so that can also be done. For that you have one command called import range. I will not go into the detail of this, otherwise it becomes quite technical, but I would simply show it. This is very important, काफी handy है and काफी simple भी है. So equals to import range and then parenthesis, and then you need to write the link of that file जहाँ से आपको डेटा इंपोर्ट करना है, ओके। तो ये लिंक हम कहाँ से लेंगे? फॉर एग्जांपल, आई एम इंपोर्टिंग अ डेटा फ्रॉम दिस फाइल। सपोज आई वांट टू इंपोर्ट दिस डेटा, ये पूरा डेटा मुझे इंपोर्ट करना है। तो मैं क्या कर दूंगा, ये जो लिंक है, ये लिंक मैं Ctrl+C कॉपी कर रहा हूँ और मैं अपने सैंपल में जाता हूँ, यहाँ पर मैं अपनी लिंक को सिंगल कोट्स या डबल कोट्स में पेस्ट करना है। So I would put it into double quotes. मैं डबल कोट्स में अपनी लिंक को पेस्ट कर दूंगा। तो मैंने अपनी लिंक को पेस्ट कर दिया, एंड देन कॉमा, और कॉमा डालने के बाद में मुझे रेंज बताना है कि भाई डेटा ये शीट में से कहाँ तक का डेटा आपको लेना है। So for example, from that sheet, this sheet, I want the data from this tab Pro 4C, और Pro 4C में मुझे डेटा B4 से लेकर B11 तक का डेटा चाहिए। फॉर एग्जांपल ये 4 स्टूडेंट के रोल नंबर चाहिए, B4 से लेके B11 तक के। तो व्हाट आई विल बी डूइंग, आई विल बी कमिंग बैक टू सैंपल एंड अगेन इन डबल कोट्स आई विल बी सेइंग Pro 4C, the name of that tab, and then exclamation mark, and then B4 से ना B8 से लेके B11, B8 colon B11, double quotes, then parenthesis, enter. Then it gives you something like this, where it will be asking you to allow an access. The idea is what, unless and until I have an access of that file, I cannot pull the data from that file. No? So I will be allowing an access. If I say allow the access, then now I have the data. तो डेटा वहां से पुल हो गया। दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल। लाइकवाइज यू कैन पुल एज मच डेटा एज यू वांट एंड देन यू कैन प्ले विद योर डेटा। जो भी आपको डेटा के ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है, यू कैन परफॉर्म ऑल दोस ऑपरेशंस। और मैंने आपको लास्ट में एक एग्जांपल बताया था मॉनिटर का, तो वहां पर जितना भी जो स्कोर आ रहा था ऑडिट का, वो सब दूसरी शीट से आ रहा था। तो दूसरी शीट से वो डेटा इसी तरीके से लिया गया इंपोर्ट रेंज से। तो इंपोर्ट रेंज मार के आप डेटा पूरा पुल करो, फिर डेटा के ऊपर आपको जो भी कंडीशनिंग करनी है, जो भी ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है, दैट ऑपरेशन यू कैन परफॉर्म ऑन योर डेटा। तो दिस इज अबाउट योर इंपोर्ट रेंज। अब ये जो इंपोर्ट रेंज में जो लिंक यहाँ पर आई है ना, आई कैन पुट दिस लिंक समवेयर एल्स एंड फ्रॉम दैट लोकेशन आल्सो आई कैन गेट दिस लिंक। So it's up to us how we want to get our data and how we want to maintain our data. One more example I would be giving you, I would be showing you that close this. We are maintaining the information of all our mentoring system, entire mentoring system this way. So these are the links. Now for every mentor we have a mentoring template. Okay. Now this mentoring template is again maintained at the department level, at the home level, and then the necessary access has been provided to the concerned mentor. So for example, this first tab is the objective tab, where we are putting the data or the departmental clerk is putting the data. So this tab is locked. Okay, the concerned faculty need not have to put any data over here. Then we have another tab, personal info. We have another tab, academic performance, then attendance, mentee profile, and so on. So if I come to personal info, this is the format which we have maintained, which we are maintaining. And now the concerned mentor, in this case, the mentor is, I think, Nusrat Madam only. So she is maintaining this data of all her mentees. ठीक है? उनके जितने भी mentees हैं, वो सभी mentees का data वो यहाँ पर maintain कर रहे हैं, related to personal information of all the mentees. Just a minute. Then likewise, we have a tab for academic performance. Here she will be maintaining the academic performance information of the students. ठीक है? Sem 1 का क्या result है, Sem 2 का क्या result है, Sem 3 का, and so on. Then attendance. So when she conducts the mentoring session on 25th Jan, she has conducted the mentoring session. On 1st of Feb, she has conducted the mentoring session. और उसकी attendance है. ठीक है? Likewise, उन्होंने क्या discuss किया उसके ये topic भी है. The idea is what कि अब हमारे मेंटोर जो है ना वो एक बार ये काम कर दे, मेंटोरिंग का डेटा एक बार मेंटेन कर दे और ये डिपार्टमेंट लेवल पे अवेलेबल है. तो वी हैव द रिक्वायर्ड डेटा एट वन सिंगल पॉइंट एंड वी आर ट्राइंग टू कीप द डेटा एज कंसिस्टेंट एज पॉसिबल एंड एज यू कैन से प्रेजेंटेबल एज पॉसिबल. तो यहाँ पर आपको डबल क्लिक करना है एंड यू आर गेटिंग दिस कैलेंडर. सो दिस वे द डेटा कैन बी नाइसली मेंटेन्ड. So I come back to my mentor. अब यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है कि सभी mentors के mentoring templates यहाँ पर links है. So we come to know, we count. अब यहीं पे हमें एक simple query डाल के वहाँ से count कर लेते हैं कि कितने mentees हैं इनके अंदर में, कितने mentees उनके needy है, कितने mentees उनके orphan है. ठीक है? So that information we are computing over here. Likewise, orphans की पूरी list जो है वो यहाँ पर generate हो सकती है. वही यहाँ पर जो डैशबोर्ड में यहाँ पर जो इनके लिंक्स में इनके मेंटरिंग टेम्पलेट में जो डेटा मेंटेन कर दे, ये डेटा एक बार ही मेंटेन करेंगे और उसी डेटा को हम यूज करेंगे. यहाँ पर जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन हमें चाहिए, अगर हमें ऑर्फन्स की लिस्ट चाहिए तो हम उसी डेटा में से ऑर्फन्स की लिस्ट निकालेंगे. हमें नीडी स्टूडेंट्स की डेटा लिस्ट चाहिए तो उसी टेम्पलेट से हम नीडी स्टूडेंट्स की भी इंफॉर्मेशन निकालेंगे, प्रोवाइडेड द डेटा इज केप्ट अपडेटेड. So as a mentor, when I am keeping my data updated, so everything over here getting updated. यहाँ पर सब चीजें फिर updated हो जाती है. So here I am getting the list of all the needy students. ठीक है? अब कभी भी कोई भी scholarship आ रही है, कोई भी detail आ रही है, every time you need to work out. क्या who are the needy students? ठीक है? हर एक mentor को फिर बोलना है, they will be providing us the information. So this way, if we maintain the data at central place, and if we maintain the data in a very consistent way, in a very presentable way, and if we keep the data updated, so we can very nicely make use of this cloud service, which is freely available to us to get our data at no time. हमारा data, in fact, at any point of time, it is already available. अब उसके ऊपर अगर आपको और भी कुछ analysis करनी है, then it will be requiring some time. It will be requiring some little expertise about the tool which you are using. In this case, we will be working on Google Sheet. So उसके बाद आपको थोड़ी सी practice करनी है, and then you can analyze your data. You can get into more detail of your data. You can get insights of your data, which we generally or technically call it as analytics. तो ये सब चीजें possible है. ये सब possibilities are, you know, are too high. It's up to us that how do we maintain the data, how do we keep the data. So data is everything. Without data, it's just an opinion and nothing else. So we need to keep that in mind. And as a faculty, as a teacher, we need to see that whatever data we are generating, we need to ensure that that data is readily available to all the concerned people. And fortunately, alhamdulillah, we have such a beautiful facility with us, which is freely available. So with this kind of facilities, we can, हमें थोड़ा initially extra efforts लगाने हैं, लेकिन वो जो इनिशियल एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स है ना, इट पेज यू इन अ वेरी लॉन्ग टर्म. आई रिपीट, इट पेज यू इन अ लॉन्ग टर्म. लॉन्ग टर्म में आपको काफी ज्यादा उसका फायदा होता है, एंड डाउन द लाइन द थिंग्स आर अवेलेबल विथ यू एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. Okay, any query into this? I repeat what we have seen for Google Sheets, that how you can keep your Google Sheets data consistent with the help of data validation, how you can keep your Google Sheets data in a very presentable form with the help of formatting the data, and how you can maintain the look and feel of your Google Sheets. ठीक है, तो look and feel के बारे में हमने देखा, डेटा कंसिस्टेंसी के बारे में हमने देखा, डेटा वैलिडेशन के थ्रू, और डेटा फॉर्मेटिंग के बारे में हमने देखा थ्रू डेटा फॉर्मेट. ओके, so few things we have seen into this Google Sheets part. Any query into this? And then we have also seen how to pull the data. If you are pulling the data from the same sheet, different tab, or you are pulling the data from another Google Sheet. If you pull the data from another Google Sheet, you need to make use of import range. And if you are pulling the data from the same sheet but different tab, तो आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, खाली इक्वल टू करना है. इक्वल टू करने के बाद में आपको उस टैब पे जाना है. उस टैब पे जाने के बाद में जो भी वो स्पेसिफिक कॉलम है या स्पेसिफिक सेल है, उस सेल पे आपको जाना है, एंटर मार देना है. दैट्स ऑल. So that data will be pulled over here. और उसके बाद में आपको पुलिंग कंटिन्यू करना है, तो इसी को खाली आप ड्रैग कर लो सिलेक्ट करके. So the entire pulling would be continued. Fine. Yes. Any question into this?
Sir, Rehan this side.
Yes, answer please.
Yeah, actually, we need to go again to this lecture so that we can comprehend and learn from it. So I request Taib sir to please share the Zoom IDs or recorded meeting.
Sure, that will be shared, no problem. And the recording is happening with, on Professor Abu Sufyan's desk or his personal computer or laptop rather. So don't worry, it will be shared with everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Thank you.
I agree with him, because what happens, unless until we practice it, we won't getting it. So this is something like कि मैंने खाली आप लोगों को यहाँ पे डेमो देके बताया, but unless until you practice it as per your requirement, you won't be getting it completely. ठीक है? And as you keep on practicing, you will be getting it more and more. To say you about me, I don't used to use any kind of such services earlier, but during pandemic we were forced to. एक समझो हमारे ऊपर फोर्स हो गया था कि हमको ये सब यूज करना है. And during pandemic when we started using it, so we came to know कि how powerful it is. This is free and powerful, both the things. So free भी है, powerful भी है. So we can save a lot of time, we can save a lot of money, and we can save a lot of stuff, lot of efforts. Initial few efforts we need to put in. Initial efforts आप put कर लो, फिर बाद के आपके efforts काफी आसान हो जाते हैं. ठीक है? So I hope the things would be clear to all, and it needs a practice, or during practice session also, or during your own implementation. If you have any query, any doubt, you can ask me. You are free to ask me. You can call me on my number. It is 233 intercom, or you can mail me at hod.co or tabrez@aiktc.ac.in. Inshallah, I will be there to help. That's all from my side. Back to you.
All right.
Sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tabrez sir. And here I would like to add one more thing, like the things, the information that we have shared is very, very expensive rather. Why I call it expensive? Because if you type on Google, anyone of you can type on Google, Cable Kishan runs a mastery course on Google Workspace. And he charges from 5,000, the initial charges are 5,000 to 25,000. It goes up to 45,000 as well. So the things that you are trained on, or we are trained on, it's very expensive, really very, very informative. And once you implement all these things, like the Mirza said, we were forced during pandemic to implement all these techniques. So it will be very helpful for you. And the best part of this is like you just put all the data on one Google Drive and it will be shared with your entire department. So Tabrez sir, thank you very much. It was so interesting and interactive workshop. Even I learned many new things and shortcuts as well. And specifically how to populate and import range, all those things, how to remove the grid and put different colors. So thank you very much. And with this, we are like almost at the end of the session. Today's long in the entire day session. Now it's time to formally conclude the day-long session, but but it will be only for other than pharmacy attendees, like engineering. The people who are attending from engineering, they can leave after this formal conclusion and vote of thanks, and then it will be followed by IonCUDOS session, and Professor Mirza and Baig will be taking that session. Fine. So having said that, for the final concluding remarks and vote of thanks, I would like to invite the dynamic and very friendly Dean of School of Pharmacy, Dr. Sharik Sayed. It's over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Professor Taib, for that nice introduction. Am I audible properly, sir?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I think it's always a difficult job to do at the end of the day, and people are expecting that it's almost done. So I won't take much of your time. So at the outset, I really like to thank the CTL team for organizing such a valuable faculty induction program led by Professor Abu Sufyan and Taib sir. And also a big shout out and thanks to all the presenters who had, in spite of all of them fairly busy, had taken a time out to present. And I'm sure the attendees would agree with me that it has been a very valuable session, right from the morning session where our directors are very eloquently put out the academic expectation, and he's a thought leader into education. That we really nicely put out what are the current scenarios and where is actually the field of education moving. So he rightly pointed out that if we as educators don't evolve for education 4.0, we will definitely become obsolete in eyes of our students. So I think that is a responsibility that we have. Followed by that, I think Professor Dr. Rajendra Magar very eloquently put out the whole structure of outcome-based education. So now it is not the process-based education, but rather we define outcomes and we work towards that. When people think about outcome, they just think about NBA and just documentation. But to me, rather, OB gives you a very good structure where, if properly implemented in the right spirit, you can assure to a large extent that teaching and learning is essentially happening. And following that, Professor Abu Sufyan, who's an experimenter to me, and he shared some very excellent and innovative, rather teaching practices that he's been doing it. And so these are just some amazing stuff that he's been doing and experimenting with technology integration into his classrooms. And what I like about his approach is he does a lot of experimentation. So we need to keep in mind that when we try to attempt something innovation in our teaching, and there's always an experimental cycle. You cannot have the best YouTube video for the first time. You can't have the best pedagogy implementation first time. It's a learn and improve cycle. So I think we should be ready for that as teachers. And finally, our dynamic Professor Tabrez Khan had shown us the whole structure that we have, that rather we are lucky to have this entire G-Suite, and he has been instrumental across the campus in leveraging the power of the whole G-Suite, right from the interconnectivity of these Excel sheets and Google Sheets along with the Word documents. And so all that I think if we leverage it in a proper manner, definitely it's a collaborative space, and it's a very powerful space, and that gives us a lot of tools for implementation. So without further ado, I think once again I'd like to welcome all our young faculty to AIKTC family. I really welcome you. It's a very close-knit family. It's a very open space which is here. We try to keep this. We really strive to keep it as friendly and as possible, where we actually come and enjoy making our space here. So it's an excellent start to all the new faculty, and I'm sure they'll take all the learnings of the day for their betterment. And thank you once
Actually,
again,
yeah.
the entire SoET team and the presenters for putting up such a fantastic program. So I'll stop here. I'll hand it over back to Professor Taib or Professor Abu Sufyan, whoever is taking it here. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Shari, for your encouraging words. And with this, I would take a leave. And before that, I would like to invite Professor Mirza Anwar Baig, and he would be taking the next session. It will be a short orientation session rather on IonCUDOS, the software used for documenting your different documents and assessments drafts. So let me introduce Professor Mirza Anwar Baig. He has academic experience of 14 years. His current roles are like looking after NBA, PCI, AICTE, and University of Mumbai Affairs. He's a coordinator for academic affairs and audit. His achievements are as follows: worked as vice principal and MSBTE Academic Monitoring Committee member, inspected several pharmacy institutes. He received Best Teacher Award in 2018-19 by Anjuman Islam's Kalsika Technical Campus. And his research, he has research paper published, like 12 research paper has been published by him, and he has attended 33 conferences. And currently he's pursuing PhD from Nirma University, which is first in Gujarat State institutional rating and 20th in NRF ranking. And he was the vice principal in Umar bin Abdul Khattab Institute of Pharmacy, Aurangabad. So before I call him, I'd like to take a leave again. Thank you very much. Thank you for being so patient, patient audience. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. So please continue, and please allow me to take a leave. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
Professor Taib.
yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
let me thank you also for holding
Thank you.
the
You're
entire
welcome.
program and telling so well. And as always, it is your senator's responsibility to see such kind of HR developmental activities. And under your controllership, again, many things are expected. And let me tell all new faculty members that all kinds of HR welfare and developmental activities will be planned and initiated by Professor Taib. And he is one of our, as I said in the morning, amongst many controllers and deans, HODs who are in driver's seat. So he is also one of the visionaries, like Professor Taib, Professor Abu Sufyan, and rest of the steering team members. So since you are taking leave from this meeting now, so my thanks to you also for holding this program. Congratulations.
My pleasure. My pleasure, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Taib.
You're
Professor
welcome, sir.
Anwar, please take control of the screen and you start with your session.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Taib sir, for introduction.
You're welcome.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Sufyan sir, can I start?
Yes, you can start. Before that, let me explain. All those faculty members from School of Engineering Technology, you all are requested to give the feedback. So feedback form, it is released in the chat box. You please give the feedback and then you may take your leave. Thank you.
Yeah, Professor Abu Sufyan.
Ji sir. Ji sir.
So, engineering faculty, they are interested to know this platform. Though they are not using it, but let them as an added knowledge base, and there is a software solution also for implementation of OBE. So
Okay.
if they are interested, let them remain.
Yes. If they are interested,
Unless-
you can
unless-
take it. No problem. Yes, sir. No problem. Okay, thank you. Yes, Anwar sir, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank Abdul Razak sir, Sharik sir, Sufyan sir to give me this opportunity. So I'm going to explain briefly about the IonCUDOS software, which we are using from last few years to measure the outcomes of course outcomes and program outcomes. So basically this software, so this is prepared for the OB system. As in morning, we have, I think you have seen that outcome-based education, details of the outcome-based education. So this software is allowing us to measure the course outcome, program outcomes, and there are certain advantages of this software. So I'm going to briefly explain you what are the different advantages and procedure of this procedure involved in this IonCUDOS. Briefly, I'll just explain you what is the important, what are the different points in outcome-based education. As you have seen in morning that program educational outcomes are involved in outcome-based education. In outcome-based education, we have to frame program educational objectives. And then secondly, we have to prepare the, we have to frame, but as NB has already given us program outcomes. So program educational outcomes, so these objectives, these are the objectives that a student has to attain after passing out the course. After 2 to 3 years, he is supposed to achieve certain abilities, certain qualities. So that are called as program educational objectives. Secondly, we have program outcomes, which are almost 11 or 12. In engineering, it is slightly different. In pharmacy, it is 11. So at the end of the course, at the end of the B.Pharm course, one has to achieve these program outcomes. Then we have course outcomes. So in each course, there are certain outcomes. Now the advantage here is we have to assess. Now the process is we have to assess it. Yes, sir.
I think your files are not moving. You put it on file show.
Okay, sir. Just a second. Yes, yes, sir. Is it visible, sir, now?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So in outcome-based education, we have all these 3 points, like we have to frame program educational objectives. Then we have to frame program outcomes and course outcomes. So this is at these objectives a student has to achieve after passing out the course after 2 to 3 years. Then these are the abilities which student have to acquired at the end of the course, like B.Pharm engineering. And course outcomes, one has to achieve this at the end of the course. So there is an involvement of assessment. We have to assess the course outcomes and we have to assess the progress in program outcomes. So we have to assess it and then we have to calculate the attainment. So this is what outcome-based education is. Then in IonCUDOS, we have to frame certain course outcomes. Whenever I am getting a syllabus, so the first point is we have to, I have to frame course outcomes. Like as per NBA, we have to frame at least 4 to 6 outcomes. Then mapping of CO with the PO. We have to map COs with the program outcomes. Then we have to plan a lesson plan, a schedule, then curriculum delivery, and then assessment method. So all these heads, all these points you can add in IonCUDOS. Okay, like see in this flow chart, curriculum design is one of the important part of the curriculum management system of the IonCUDOS. Then curriculum delivery. Okay, you have to deliver the lecture, you have to deliver whatever the method you have decided. Then you have to assess it with the help of exams. Then you have to enter the marks for the assessment. Then automatically the software will give you the attainments. Okay. Now, so these are certain advantages. Like the first advantage is efficiency. It is giving error-free attainment calculations. I'll just briefly explain you in next slide what are the how attainments are calculated in IonCUDOS. So there are so many calculation. If for one course the attainment calculation you can understand, but if you want to collate the different courses, so at that time it is quite there are chances that the errors may involve. Okay, so because of that, if we are using software, so software eliminates the errors. Then we can generate different reports like CO to PO mapping, PO to PO mapping. Then we can generate the reports of the program articulation matrix. Okay, then we can generate lesson plans. So like that, we can generate so many reports. Then it can save the manual work. Okay, and the data can be stored, and it is you can retrieve it just like in morning. I have retrieved the course outcomes of the 1822 batch of first sem. So okay, so that retrieval of data is very much simple. So these are few advantages. Now in pharmacy, before going into the IonCUDOS, just slightly I want to explain the CO attainment and PO attainment. So these are the CO attainment, course outcomes attainment. So for this, we are using direct assessment tool 100%, and we are not using indirect assessment. So 20% weightage will be given for internal assessment and 80% weightage is given for exam assessment. So with the help of internal exam and external exam, we can achieve the course outcome attainment. Then in case of program attainment, we have decided to go for 80% for direct assessment and 20% for indirect assessment. So this direct assessment is involving internal exam and external exam, and in 20%, we can go with the program exit survey, we can go with the co-curricular activities, extracurricular activities, guest lectures, and so on, like alumni surveys and all. Okay, so this is for program attainment. Then if we are mapping all the assessment tool with the POs, so like program exit survey, so it can map with the all POs. So like that, we have to decide the assessment tool and then we have to map with the particular POs. So this is in short the basics. Now I will go into the IonCUDOS. So if anyone is having query, then you please ask me.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, fine. So I'll go with the IonCUDOS now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So pharmacy faculty members, you can keep ready your login ID and password. So the first point is you have to go to the our website. Okay, you can type aiktc.ac.in. Then in this, the right side you have login. So you can go to the login, then you can go to the IonCUDOS. Okay, so when you are clicking this, so there will be a sign in display. So you have to use username and password. Okay, for example, I'm using my username and password. So if I'm clicking it, so it will come to like this. Okay, this page will be there. So pharmacy faculty, as it's a hands-on training, so you can log in and you can see how the software is working.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can wait for 2 minutes. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rehan sir? Okay, fine. Now see sir, the first tab is here is dashboard. Okay, home and then dashboard. So in dashboard, now see the beauty is what? In dashboard, for example, if I'm clicking this faculty dashboard. Okay, now see the first tab is department, B form, and the batch is 1822. As in morning, you might have seen this. We are now considering student batch wise, like 1822, 1920. This is your curriculum now, 1822. Now, B form 1822. So in one display, in one screen, I can see my all courses and progress of the courses, like semester 1, then semester 2. So in semester 1 of 1822 batch, okay, I have been allotted anatomy, physiology, and pathophysiology, lab and theory, and these are the CO creation, it is over, CO to PO mapping is over, review status, then course lesson plan status, topic definition, topic learning definition, lesson plan to review question, and TLO to CO mapping. So this is related to CO creation and CO mapping, COPO mapping. Now this is your lesson plan, planning, topic definition, then topic learning outcome, lesson plan and all. Okay, so in one screen in dashboard, you can see the work of semester 1. Then you can go with semester 2. Okay, so all points are there, and the green color indicate that the activity is over. Like that for SEM and 5th SEM. So on, you can see the progress in one click. Like that, I can change it. Like from 1822, I can change to 1923. Okay. Now see, in 1923, I can see here semester 1, semester 2, semester 4, and so on. Okay. Then you can go through this and you can see the progress. Okay. So this is dashboard. Now, after dashboard, there will be a curriculum. Okay. Now see, in curriculum, at program level, we are assigning you the courses. Okay. So in 1822 batch, okay, I'm considering 1822 batch, then you can select the semester. Okay. So the data will come here. So here the data is subject allocation. Now see here on left side, courses are there. So what it indicates, in 1822 batch, in semester 1, course which is assigned to me is anatomy, physiology, and pathology. Okay. Now I'm going to the next tab, that is course outcome. Okay. Now see, I have to select the subject. Now see, these are the course outcomes. Okay. These are the course outcomes. So what you have to do, you have to start with this course outcome. Course is already allocated to you. You have to start with course outcome, then select the batch. Like now we are having 21-25 batch. Okay. So as I am not teaching in that, so I am not getting any subject for that, but 2024 batch first SEM. Okay. Unfortunately, I have not taught it. So anyway, you have to just go through this and select the course. Okay. Now see, you can add the courses. Okay. Click add, and then you can write the course outcome. Then you can select the Bloom level, and then you can select the delivery method, and then you have to submit it. So once it is done, so this will be displayed this will be saved in the data. Now see, I can import the data. For example, for this batch, 1923 batch. Now this is, if I want to import the data from previous batch, you can take example of like in PCI, in Pharmacy Council of India batch, in PCI's curriculum, we are in 3rd year of the PCI curriculum. So if I am planning for 21-25, okay, so if I am selecting here 21-25 SEM 1, so I can import the course. Okay, this is 3rd time. So definitely for 2024, your SEM 1 course is already been taught. So you can import it. You can import, just a second. Just a second. Yes, so you can import here. So this has already been done. So you can try it. All of you can select your curriculum, like mostly you are taking in 1st year. So you can go to this batch 21-25, then select semester, and then you have to select course. Okay, and then you can import the course outcome. Even though you can import the COPO mapping, or you can import the assessment occasion also. Okay. So just do it within 1 or 2 minutes, because we are not having that much of time. So just quickly, get yourself familiarized with this. Yes. Uh, yeah. Is it done? Specifically, pharmacy faculty members. Rehan sir, you are not audible.
Now am I audible?
Yes, you are not audible. You are now audible.
Yeah, I've imported it.
Yes, yes. So everyone, it's very simple. So what you can do, you can take data from your previous batch, previous curriculum. Okay. Then if you want to change it, you can change it. So it will save your time. Okay. So that is the main advantage. Then this is course outcome. Then we can go to CO to PO mapping. Okay. Like that. See now, I have selected batch 1923 semester 2 and subject which is allocated to me. Then see, this is whatever you have added here, course outcomes, it will display here. Then in program outcome, okay, like we have 11 program outcomes. So you can select, okay, you can select here medium, low and high. Okay, or as per your discussion with your BOS member, you can finalize this mapping. Okay, and then there will be an option like this is already done. So you have to send it for review. See, there is a tab send for review. Okay, so you have to send it for review and it will go to your BOS member. Like in pharmacology domain, we have Abu Sufyan sir. In pharmaceutics, we have Maria Lal ma'am. So the mail will go to him or her, or else you have discussed it already. So you can skip the review. Okay, you can skip the review. So this your mapping is now saved. CO to PO mapping. Is it okay, sir, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood. Okay. Now see the third point in curriculum tab is manage topic and topic learning outcomes. So what you can do here, see the first one is, yes, sir. Sir, you are not audible.
Yeah, now am I audible?
Yeah, now audible.
Okay, when I imported now, only first option course outcome came into my that window.
Okay.
But I did not see CO to PO mapping when I imported.
Okay. So, sir, there is an option. You can select COT mapping, or else you can map it, sir. As per the discussion of your BOS member, you can map it at one time only.
Okay.
Okay. Now see, sir, in manage topic and learning outcome, so you can add. Okay, you can add topic like, see, I can add here. See, this is topic number. So unit 1, then topic number 1, then as per the syllabus, you can select the number of hours and you can select the delivery method. So there are several methods like flipped learning classes, case study. So you can select it as per your design. Okay, then you can add here topic content and then you can save it. Okay, so this will complete your topic learning outcome, or this is called as lesson plan for the theory. Then for practical, you can go to the last tab, that is manage lab experiment and TLO. Okay, so here you can select course. Okay, as I am not teaching in 1923 this semester. Just a second. Actually, I am not allocated practical here. So what you can do, you can select, you can add the batch here, curriculum, then select the semester, course and category. Then you will be able to add it. Okay, so you have to select all these tabs and then you will be able to add the add the experiment, detail, marks and all. Yes, please try it once.
Sir, in category,
Yes, in category.
what to select? It's shown demonstration, exercise, structure, inquiry, open-ended.
Yes, for us, madam, we have only two options like exercise and demonstration. Okay, so exercise is whatever we are doing practicals, exact practicals. So hands-on practicals. So you can include that in exercise. And demonstration is like in pharmacology, we are demonstrating with the help of software. So that can be included as a demonstration.
Okay, sir.
Okay, other things are very much simple. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So this is what all about curriculum. So you have to add course outcomes, or else you can import the course outcome. CO to PO mapping, you can map the CO with PO, and then you can send it for review also. Then manage topic and TLO. This is lesson plan for theory, and manage lab experiment. This is for practicals. Now this is one point, one important point. Now the second important point is assessment. Okay, I'm skipping report. I'll come to it afterwards. Now see, in case of assessment, you can start with the question bank. Okay, you can add your question bank here with all details are given here, like topic, course outcome for which it is map, Bloom level, okay, difficulty level, question type, edit and delete. Okay, then second tab is manage internal assessment occasion. Okay, so in internal assessment occasion, now see here it is, you have to select School of Pharmacy, then program, then curriculum. Okay, now see, I have already added for this batch, so section A, section B and section B. So for example, I'm considering this section A, anatomy lab, and then I have added here, you can add here now, see, these are the assessment occasion. See, I have added here one periodic exam, two attendance. So periodic exam is question. So I'll show you one. See, I'll just go to edit, otherwise it will change. See, this is one periodic exam question, periodic exam, and now this is not individual. Periodic exam is question paper based. So I have to select question paper. Okay, then I have to select maximum marks, and this is very important. Maximum marks, you have to add it very carefully. Okay, if you are adding question paper here, so you will be getting opportunity to add question paper. Okay, if you're not adding question paper, if you're adding individual, so you will be not getting any tab to upload the question paper or add the questions. Okay, so be careful here. Then secondly, see, now I will show you attendance. So the second occasion is attendance. Now see, in second occasion, as per the curriculum design, you have journal marks, then learner teacher interaction, periodic test, product, quiz, okay, viva. So as per your curriculum design, like we are now having a CBCS system. Okay, so in CBCS system, we have only periodic exam and attendance. But in PCI curriculum, we are having quiz marks, then teacher learner interaction marks. Okay, so that you have to select, and then select individual. Okay, and then select add the marks. Okay, so properly add the marks. Okay, like for teacher learner interaction, 2 marks are there, so add 2 marks. Okay, then select COs. Okay, CO1 and CO2. Okay, all selected. Now update or submit it. Yes, now just please do it within 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 minutes, or at least just try it. Add as per PCI curriculum.
You have to add in question bank, sir.
No, no. Manage internal assessment occasion. Second tab. Just below the question bank. Manage internal assessment occasion.
हाँ सर
Okay.
किसका
At least add a sessional exam.
यहाँ
Sessional
पर
exam.
है
Sessional exam 1. Sufyan sir, how much time I have for this session so that I can go with the time?
No, the time is open for you, provided our participant can be there, no?
Okay.
So you can engage, I think maybe 15-20 minutes more. Is that fine? Is that okay?
My availability, I'll wind up, sir.
Okay.
I'll try to cover all the points.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Have you added it, Rehan sir?
No sir, it is not. नहीं हो रहा है सर.
नहीं हो रहा है. ओके ठीक है, आपको समझ में आया ना कैसे ऐड करना है, जैसे मैंने जो बताया स्क्रीन के ऊपर?
हाँ सर वो समझा, बट यहाँ पे ऐड नहीं हो रहा है.
अच्छा ठीक है, उसको देख लेंगे मैडम, थोड़ा सा पर्सनली आप बता दूंगा मैं आपको. दैट इज
सर एक्चुअली 20% जो इंटरनल असेसमेंट मार्क्स का जो बता रहे.
हाँ सर मैडम, सी दिस इज व्हाट दिस इज CBCS curriculum. So in CBCS curriculum, internal assessment is of 20 marks.
Yes,
and end semester exam is 80 min level. Been set. Okay, 2080 has been set. Now for PI, now for Pharmacy Council of India curriculum, this is 2575. Okay. तो जब आप क्लिक करोगे ना, PCI सिलेबस सेलेक्ट करोगे ना, उधर 2575 आएगा.
Yes sir, 515 again are. हाँ yes,
yes yes. तो it depends on curriculum, है ना, थोड़ा curriculum चेंज हो जाता है तो उसका स्कीम भी चेंज हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो now this is your assessment occasion. रेहान सर हुआ?
नहीं सर, ब्लैंक पेज ही आ रहा है.
ओके ठीक है.
यस सर, ब्लैंक ही है.
ओके ठीक है, ये आपको समझ में आ गया ना, तो वी विल सिट टुगेदर एंड रिजॉल्व.
ओके
ओके. नाउ सी, आफ्टर दिस you can add question paper, manage question paper. So now see, I can show you here. See, this is, now see, this is pharmacy B Form 1822 semester 1, and this is the course. Now see, I have added question paper for section A and section B. Okay, now see, I'll show you view question paper. Okay, because I have already added this, so this will not this will not give you me opportunity to add the question paper, but I can show you. See, this is question paper. So the same way you will get the tabs, just you have to fit. Okay, see, the first question is give silent feature of cardiac and skeletal muscle. Then you have to map it with the CO. Okay, CO1. Then you have to map, you have to decide the Bloom level. Okay, so it is on understanding. So L2, then marks out of 15. So 2 marks, then 3 marks. Okay, for question 2, 3 marks. For question 3, 3 marks. So like that, you have to add the questions. Okay, and at the end, it should be 15 marks. Otherwise, it will not accept. Okay, it will not accept. Understood, sir, madam?
Yes sir.
Okay, so whatever the question paper you are deciding. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the questions, number of questions and marks, we can decide on our own.
Yes, you can decide your own. Okay.
Total should be 15.
Yeah, total should be 15, and try to map with COs, all COs, like in sessional 1, sessional 2. Okay, So if you are having 6 COs, so so you have to map, you have to frame question in such a way that all COs should be mapped either in sessional 1 or sessional 2. Okay, so in that way you have to decide the questions. Now see, you can have an analysis of question paper. CO1, it is 13%, 2 marks. CO2, CO3. So this question mark wise distribution will be given by IonCUDOS. Okay. Now see, Bloom level wise mass distribution is given by IonCUDOS. Okay. So this is regarding question paper. Okay, for end semester exam, you have to only add the term end exam, and then there is no need to add questions, just add total 80 marks, because we are in tier 2. So the questions are coming from university, and we are not getting answer sheets. So because of that reason, we are not adding complete question paper. Okay, we are adding only the term and individual assessment, and we are adding for maximum marks like 18 marks. Okay, like in internal exam, we know question marks. Okay, we can decide the question, we can decide the marks, and we are having marks of students with us, question wise marks with us. But for in case of final exam, we are getting only grand total out of 80, how much is scored by the students. Okay, so because of that reason, individual question, adding of individual question is not required in our case. Okay, so what you have to do is title, then you can add the total grand total, that is 80 marks. That's it. Okay, so it will be easy once you are doing it now. So your practice makes man perfect. So as you are doing it now, so on practice you will get to know all this thing, all these details. So what we have completed till this point, curriculum. Okay, in curriculum we have added course outcomes, CO to PO mapping, then lesson plan. Okay, that's it. Then we have completed assessment. In assessment, question bank. Okay, then manage internal assessment occasion. Okay, so simply you can add here, or else you can import it. Okay, you can import manage internal assessment occasion also, because I have already added here, so it is not showing, but you can import it. Then you can add question paper here. So this completes the assessment tab. Yes, any question till this point? Anyone?
Sir, can we also edit after importing?
Yes, you can change, sir. After importing, you can change.
Okay.
Now this is the important tab, that is attainment. Okay, so in attainment, see, I'm clicking it, attainment. Yes, you please, all of you, you just please go to attainment. Okay. Yes, can I start explaining this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now see on the left side. First tab is what? Attainment level versus target. Okay, so we are calling it as a COA4 format. Okay, COA4 format. And in audit also you might have seen that format. So what is this format? This format is nothing but attainment level, like attainment level 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is involving percent of student. Like, see, this is attainment level 1 and percent of student is 51. Okay, 53, 55. Okay, and this is your threshold level or percent of student, percent of marks. Okay, 67% marks. So if 51% students are going above 61%, okay, if 51% of student, जैसे अभी हमारे पास 100 स्टूडेंट है, 51 स्टूडेंट को 67% के ऊपर मार्क्स मिलते हैं, so you are attaining level 1. ओके अगर 53 स्टूडेंट्स को 67% के ऊपर मार्क्स मिलते हैं, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटरनल असेसमेंट, तो यू आर गेटिंग लेवल 2। 67% मार्क्स अगर 55 स्टूडेंट्स को मिलते हैं आउट ऑफ 100, सो दिस इज लेवल 3। ओके ऐसे ही एंड सेमेस्टर एग्जाम के लिए है, 52 हमने डिसाइड किया है कि 100 में से या 80 में से 52% मिलना चाहिए, 82 में से 52%। ओके if 39% students are going above 52%, so this will be level 1, like that. Okay, as you know, we have decided certain levels for sem 1, sem 2, sem 3, and then we have already discussed this in preterm audit. So you have to add here first, this is called as attainment level versus target. So attainment level is 1, 2, 3, and target is % of student and % of marks. Okay, so that two things you have to decide with the help of your senior faculty members, and then you have to feed that data into the IonCUDOS. Okay, so it's very simple. Now see here, attainment level 1, attainment level. Okay, see, you can add here level 1, then % of student. Okay, now see here also % of student for this % of student is for internal assessment, and this is for your external. Okay, now see, this is marks and this is marks.
Sir, it will be same for everyone or different?
Everyone, sir, for ideally speaking, sir, for sem 1, okay, once we are deciding for sem 1, for example, for 1822 batch, okay, so for 1923 sem 1, it should be same. Okay, so ideally it should be same, or else if improvement is required, if change is required, so you can discuss with your senior faculty members, BOS, and then you can change it. Okay, so see, this is the limitation. Limit means we are setting a target, level 1, level 2, level 3. है 2.2. ओके, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम अब मुझे जो कोर्स लेना है या कोई भी और भी कोर्स लेगा, सेम कोर्स अगर दूसरी टाइम नेक्स्ट टाइम अगर कोई ले रहा है, तो इट शुड बी इम्प्रूवमेंट, इट शुड बी 2.3 और 2.4. ओके, अगर वो इम्प्रूवमेंट नहीं होता है, देन देयर हैज टू बी अ डिस्कशन, एक्शन प्लान, व्हाट इज टू बी डन. सो दिस इज द मेन क्रक्स ऑफ द attainment, main crux of the OBE system. Attainment calculation is slightly difficult to understand, but with the help of IonCUDOS, without any error, without any mistake, we can calculate it. There is no scope to change the formula like in Excel sheet. There may be chances के अगर हम उतने familiar नहीं है Excel sheet से, तो by mistake अगर कुछ delete हो जाता है, तो correction is a major task then. Okay, तो यहाँ पर ऐसा है कि पूरी security है, आप data डाल दो और one click करो attainment, your calculation will be done. Okay, and how this is calculated, that also I have with me. I have taken the Excel sheet from IonCUDOS team. So some other day, I'll explain to all faculty members on what logic, on what basis IonCUDOS is working. Okay, so that due to shortage of time, it will not be feasible to complete that. So anyway, I think it is clear, attainment level and target.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Then see, now the second tab is internal assessment data import. You just, all of you just please click it. Internal assessment data import.
Yes.
Okay. Now see, sir, here I have already added. So whenever you are going here, na, semester 1, you have to select batch and semester 1. So this software will display you the section and course. Okay, and you have already added internal assessment occasion. Okay, तो यहाँ पर क्या आ जाएगा, आप क्लिक करके देखिए सर, मैडम, आपका बैच देखिए 1925 या आपका 2125 और एल्स 1923.
Showing no entries.
हाँ, no entries because you have not added.
Okay.
Okay. Now see, sir, the data with me. Now see, this will be there after addition of all internal assessment. Okay, this will come here. And now see, in manage internal assessment, I'm clicking here. Okay. See, now periodic exam and attendance. तो ये मैंने ऑलरेडी लिया था वहाँ. पीरियोडिक एग्जाम असेसमेंट ओकेजन सेलेक्ट किया था, अटेंडेंस सेलेक्ट किया था, और पीरियोडिक एग्जाम के अंदर मैंने क्वेश्चन पेपर सेलेक्ट किया था. और क्वेश्चन पेपर आई हैव एडेड ऑलरेडी. आई हैव एडेड क्वेश्चन पेपर. ओके, 2 marks, 3 marks, 3 marks, 2 marks लाइक दैट. और अटेंडेंस इज इंडिविजुअल. तो अब यहाँ पर क्या होगा कि नाउ यहाँ पर एक्सेल शीट जनरेट होगी. ओके, और दिस एक्सेल शीट इज लाइक दिस. ओके, सी नाउ आई हैव एडेड द मार्क्स. तो अभी आपको कैसा होगा कि यहाँ पर एक एक्सेल शीट आएगा. जैसे मैं आई कैन शो यू. एक्सेल शीट आएगा यहाँ पर, और एक्सेल शीट के अंदर ऑल दिस विल बी ब्लैंक. ओके, मार्क्स नहीं रहेंगे. तो आपको क्या करना है, यहाँ पर मार्क्स ऐड करना है. ओके, मार्क्स ऐड करना है. एंड देन यू हैव टू जस्ट अ सेकेंड. यस, नाउ you have to import this. Okay, see there is an option of import. तो अभी आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले यहाँ पर क्लिक करना है, डाउनलोड करना है. एक एक्सेल शीट आएगा, वो एक्सेल शीट यू हैव टू सेव ऑन डेस्कटॉप. और जहां पर भी आपको सेव करना है उसको सेव करो. उसके अंदर इन दिस वन, सी आई कैन डाउनलोड इट. सी, yeah, I guess it is visible. Yes, Rehan sir, is it visible?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
देखो मैडम, यहाँ पर कैसे आ गया, यहाँ पर रोल नंबर आ गया, यहाँ पर नाम आ गया. देन सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. सी slightly you can you have to scroll it. See, this is question number 1, 2 marks. Question number 2, 3 marks. 3 marks. 4, 2 marks. Like that. Total is here 15 marks. ओके, ये 15 आ गया. अभी मुझे क्या करना है, यहाँ पर मार्क्स डालना है. जस्ट ये 2 मैंने डाल दिया. यहाँ पे आउट ऑफ 3 है. मुझे ऐसे लगा कि इसको 1.5 मिला है. ओके, मेरे पास 1.5 है. यहाँ पर 2 मिला है, यहाँ पर 1 मिला है, यहाँ पर 0 मिला है. ओके, यहाँ पर 1 मिला है. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है, ये मार्क्स आप डाल देंगे, ये रेडी हो जाएगा. देन यू कैन अपलोड दिस. ओके, यू कैन अपलोड दिस. यस, अब यहाँ पर क्या करना है, इंपोर्ट करना है. इंपोर्ट करने के लिए इंपोर्ट क्लिक करो. और ये तो मैंने कर लिया, इसके लिए नहीं आ रहा. इंपोर्ट चले, इंपोर्ट करना है. और वो फाइल जो आपने डेस्कटॉप पे सेव किए है एज इट इज उसको इंपोर्ट करना है. डोंट रीनेम इट. ओके, रीनेम नहीं करना है उसको. रीनेम करेंगे आप तो इट विल नॉट गेट अपलोडेड. ओके, यू कैन ऐड नंबर ऑफ नेम ऑफ स्टूडेंट. अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि 5 स्टूडेंट मिसिंग है तो यू कैन ऐड students. You can delete the students. Okay, but उसका file name change मत करो. You can import it, or once it is import, now you can view this. Okay, you can view this. Okay, so that's it. This is the main part. You have to import the data for internal assessment, पीरियोडिक एग्जाम, अटेंडेंस. जैसे अगर आपने क्विज लिया होगा तो क्विज का यहाँ पर 3rd आ जाएगा, 4th आ जाएगा आपका टीचर लर्नर इंटरेक्शन. आपको जस्ट यहाँ पर क्या करना है, इंपोर्ट करना है. ओके, इंपोर्ट कर देंगे आप. देन यू कैन सी यू कैन व्यू द मार्क्स. इन सिमिलर वे यू कैन गो विद द एंड सेमेस्टर एग्जाम. ओके, ये जो लेफ्ट साइड में इंटरनल एग्जाम डेटा इंपोर्ट है, उसके नीचे एंड सेमेस्टर एग्जाम डेटा इंपोर्ट है. ओके, all of you just please click to this ESE data import.
Yes, sir.
Okay, अब देखो यहाँ पर मैडम you can select semester curriculum. Okay, then यहाँ पर सेम ऑप्शन है, आपको डाउनलोड करना है शीट, अपलोड मार्क्स ऐड करना है, इंपोर्ट कर देना है. ओके, उसको अपलोड कर देना, सॉरी अपलोड कर देना है उसको. once it is uploaded then you can view this. जैसे अभी मैं बताता हूँ, ये देखो अभी मैंने ऐड किया है. ओके, नाउ सी, अब यहाँ पर आ गया रोल नंबर ये उसका आ गया. और now see I have map marks out of 80 with all COs. ओके, जैसे मैंने लॉजिक बताया था, क्योंकि हम लोग क्वेश्चन वाइज मार्क्स नहीं डाल रहे. ओके, क्योंकि दिस इज यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम और हम लोग टायर 2 में आते हैं. तो टायर 2 में हम लोग, हमारे पास क्वेश्चन वाइज मार्क्स नहीं है. वी आर हैविंग एग्रीगेट मार्क्स आउट ऑफ 80. तो यहाँ पर एक ऑप्शन है कि वी कैन मैप दिस विथ ऑल COs. ओके, so this is your end semester exam. Okay, written to the list. See, don't discard the data, otherwise it will get discarded. Okay, written to the list page. Okay, so that's it. Okay, इतना करना है आपको. उसके बाद automatically the software will give you the data like CO attainment. Okay, see CO attainment section A. Now see, this is attainment. This is threshold based attainment. This is average based attainment. This is attainment level. जैसे threshold base में attainment level आएगा. Now see, for CO1 attainment level is 3. For CO2 attainment level is 1.5. CO3 333. Okay, average based attendance में you will get percentage. Okay, you'll get percentage. तो ये all percentages are there with you. Now there is a scope. जैसे अभी मुझे यहाँ लगता है कि कोर्स आउटकम 2 है, अब कोर्स आउटकम 2 1.5 आया है. तो now the target for me for the next is I have to go to 3, 2.5 or 2, whatever is decided in the departmental meeting. Okay, अब जैसे यहाँ पर 3 आ गया है. Okay, 3 आ गया है, तो either you can continue with 3 or you can increase, you can change the target and attainment level. ओके, तो वो डिपार्टमेंटल लेवल पे डिसाइड हो जाएगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. जैसे यहाँ पर हम उसको चेंज कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे 51% है, उसको आप 60 कर दो. ओके, क्योंकि आपका 3 आ रहा है. तो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन डिपार्टमेंट, बट द सॉफ्टवेयर इज गिविंग यू द डेटा ऑन इन वन क्लिक, और वी आर नॉट एबल टू चेंज इट नाउ. दिस इज सिक्योर. ओके, सो दिस इज CO attainment. Then you can calculate CO attainment and PO attainment. CO attainment for, see, this is center, this is CO attainment calculation. Now in CO attainment also you can select here end semester. See, you can select the occasion, internal assessment. So this is your data of internal assessment. You can select term end exam. So this data, this will give you data of term and exam. Then you can compare this CO attainment. Okay, then you can analyze the this one, internal assessment and end semester exam. Then you can see the student CO attainment. So this is interesting. जैसे एक स्टूडेंट का मुझे करना है section. Okay, attendance. Okay, so see, I can see the attainment of this student, roll number 18PS01. Okay, student का PO attainment we can calculate here. Okay, see, this is PO attainment. Okay, so you will get a clear idea of this after the calculation part is over. So you will get the clear idea how these numbers are coming, 80%, 20%. Okay, then student improvement plan. Okay, so this you can also complete with the help of IonCUDOS. Okay, so yes, Abu Sufyan sir, that's it from my side. Faculty members, you just do it once. Definitely you will get some sort of difficulties at the start, but once you are doing it as a continuous practice, so the things will become very easy. Yes, anybody?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So Sufyan sir, I am done with this. Only one part is remaining, sir. Calculation part. So I'll take one session with all faculty members of our pharmacy.
Okay.
So it will be easy. It will be easy for me to explain at one time.
No problem, sir. Okay. So thank you, Professor Anwar, for giving excellent demo on IonCUDOS software. I am sure this will help our new faculty members for smooth onboarding of IonCUDOS software. I also thanks to our director, Dr. Abdulrazak Hanudgi, for his guidance and support. And I can see he's still there, and he was there in the session right from first to last session. So thank you, sir, for your help and support. With this, we are done with this training session. Thank you everyone for attending this session and also for your patient listening. We hope to see you in our next session. Ji sir, ji sir. Sir?
Yeah. See, the idea of me being present all throughout is, it is only to make our faculty members understand that how important this particular, today's dimensions, what we have covered. True. As a teacher. So it is crux of our, job profile. True. And in order to perform better and better, we cannot leave any stone unturned. Okay. Agree. And I have to be here because I know the way you are working with care and concern and under CETL organizing so many programs, not only for your faculty members, not only for our campus, and even we started through this pandemic time, we started under CETL training even the teachers of entire Anjuman Islam. That kind of initiative was taken, and it is basically to ensure that our teachers are well equipped with all those things required for becoming relevant teachers. So that was the idea. Since anyway, I was all throughout these sessions, particularly in-depth, presentation of Google Workspace by Prof. Tabrez, then Dr. Magar's all insights about OBE, and your real, case study clubbed with all those pedagogical approaches, the way you presented, and Sir Professor Anwar Baig's, his expertise using the software platform for OBE implementation. And all these, these are the indicators. These are the examples which our new faculty members should see, and they are expected to become better than anybody else. That is the whole idea. Okay. So therefore, me being with all of you is not a great thing, but you all did it for the betterment, for the benefit of all faculty members. My only thing is, the faculty members since morning 10 o'clock till now, they're attending, and this long whole day program, how much it was effective, right? What was the, because we are all dealing here with learning levels and all that. But what is the learning level and what is the learning effectiveness that happened for these faculty members? That has to be ensured. So before you conclude this work, I wish you take not only the formal feedback, but also 1 or 2 persons explaining in terms of their learning, right? What all the things really hit them, right? If they can give, that will become a good informal feedback, right? Sure. That is what to see. And well done, Professor Anwar, and you all did really a good job. And this not only for new faculty members, we will repeat with some addition this kind of program for our entire faculty members.
Yes, yes, sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Well done.
Thank you, sir, for your words of motivation. I must mention that sir is always supportive and he's keep on guiding us. And I personally grew under his leadership right from first day when I have joined AIKTC. From that time onwards, sir has provided us complete support, and he was keep on guiding us. And that is the reason why you can see me to whatever you see me as a person today. Where the shaping that personality, the directors are having the major role. So thank you, sir, for your caring approach and your guidance and also your support. So as sir has mentioned, sir, I would suggest Any one of you to please come forward and please give your verbal feedback. Anyone from the participants. Your verbal feedback will be highly appreciated. It will be on record.
Yes, Rehan this side.
Yes, please, Rehan, go ahead.
Yeah, Sufyan sir, it was very well managed and we have learned a lot through all of these sessions right from the beginning, and each session was conducted in a very good way, and we are thankful to our honorable
I
director
think
sir.
Rehan sir would like to say something. Yes.
Yes.
I must have seen him, but I still don't remember his face.
I think we should, everyone should
there is no
start the
reservation.
video at least for some time. Yes.
Yeah, I'm starting the video.
Yes. And then we can have good group photo also at the end.
Yes. Am I visible, sir?
Yes, you are visible.
Yeah. So that was very informative and also interesting session, and we have learned a lot, and also we try to implement what we have learned. So for that, I request you to share the recorded session.
Sure.
Thank you. That's all from my side.
Good. Thank you, Rehan. Okay, anyone else? Nida madam, Fatima madam is also there.
Sir, Shahida madam, I want to.
Yes, Shahida madam, please go ahead. You start your
Sir, today's meeting about TTT-03 is very good. I have learned types of learners, that is CO developer, CO researchers. And the slides of audio-visual aids, that is auditory, visual, sensory, and motor workbook, that are all are very good. And pedagogy sessions, that is experimenting project part, that is very good, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Shahida. I think Nida madam would like to give the feedback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So from the start from that director PPT, all those things. Now at the end of the session, I feel that sir ka jo graph tha, vision versus that confidence. I feel at that end of the stage, ये confidence level अभी बहुत कम हो गया है. So I think वो slope अभी वो field पे हूँ मैं कि वो slope पूरा enrich करना है.
Inshallah.
Because inshallah we will do this. And all the session was very good. That your session, that flip classroom session, that quizzes, and Anwar sir also tell each and everything personally. If promise me that if I ask to Anwar sir, says like yeah you can do this, all those things. He's always helping.
Good.
And that's it from my side, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nida madam, for your nice feedback. I think Reshma madam would also like to add, right?
First, I would thank all the coordinators and respected sirs for organizing this meet and thinking of us as to give us information and make us well equipped with all the necessary requirements. And the session was very nice. We got a lot of information as how we can go for innovative teaching to the students, how we can make it more interactive and more practical based. So that was one important thing. Also, in the second half, we came to know a lot of technical sites, which were very interesting for Excels and other things, functions, which we require. So that was also very interesting. And our honorable sir in the first session also made it very clear that what is our direction and what we want from the teachers, as well as what we want to indulge in the students. So giving us a clear idea of everything. And I wish to have more such sessions and practical based so that we can get a good hand-on experience with all the needed requirements of the technical issues. Thank you all of you for giving your so precious time to us to make us groom with this all activities. Thank you very much, everybody.
Sure. Thank you. So we'll be having the series of training session in the under Train the Trainer series of the CTEL. So we'll announce soon about the next training session. Let us work out and finalize the module of that. We'll let you know. Okay. I think only one faculty is remaining, Professor Furkan Faki. He has not yet joined, but he has attended complete session. Professor Furkan, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam.
Yes, sir. The session is very good and it is fine. Like it is very different from the others, how they teach and all. I've not yet joined, so most of the things I have not understood, but it's finding like quite interesting. And if like the curiosity is like, I want to learn these all things very soon.
Inshallah.
With your support and with your guidance.
Sure, sure. So we
Thank
have
you,
the
sir.
team and we work in the team and we learn from each other. As sir mentioned, we all are the co-learner and we'll be learning from each other. If you have any best practice with you and if you feel that that is worth sharing with your colleagues, then please let us know. You can also be one of the resource person for our next Train the Trainer session. Okay. Director sir, would you like to add or shall I conclude?
No, well said. This was expected, and this is only a trailer. The day's program, it was not that exhaustive in nature, and this is a trailer. And I appeal all faculty members just to keep practicing. And if they keep practicing, if they start giving little extra every day, so they keep proving. There is no doubt in that. Okay. So once again, congratulations to you for making it happen. Well done.
Thank you, sir. So I request all the participants to give your feedback if you are not given the feedback. And we hope to see you in our next session. Thank you. Stay safe, stay blessed.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.